Andrew Tucker, and welcome to Andrew Tucker World. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Yeah, I'm back live again. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back live again. Back live again. We got to talk about, man, we got to talk about Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin. And we got to talk about Vergil Ortiz. Got to talk about Vergil Ortiz. First, we start off with Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin. Oh man, that's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. I'm just waiting for more people to come up in here. I'm just waiting for more people to join. I'm just waiting for more people to join. We got to talk about it. It's gonna be, man. It's gonna be, man. It's gonna be a good fight. A good fight. Can't wait for this rematch. I can't wait for the rematch. It's going down. It's going down. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Alexander Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte. What's good with you, my brother? Jalik, the leader is in the building. What's good with you, my brother? What's good with you, my brother? Hey, man. You know, we gotta, hey, man, if you want to join, if you want to hop on, man, you can hop on, man. We got to talk about Alexander Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte, bro. We got to talk about it. And we got to talk about Vergil Ortiz. We got to talk about Vergil Ortiz at 147. Yes, we got to talk about it. So let me put that in the chat just in case anybody want to join. You know what I mean? But we got to talk about it, man. Alexander Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte, the rematch. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, man. Listen, listen, man. This one fight. I can't wait to see. Honestly, Alexander Povetkin versus Dillian Whyte. Could the rematch be the same as the first fight? Could Alexander Povetkin end up getting another knockout? I know that Dillian Whyte is going to be smart this fight. I know that Dillian Whyte is going to be smart this fight. I believe Dillian Whyte will come into this fight with the right game plan. Like honestly, I think Dillian Whyte would be smart this time around. Try not to make too many mistakes because he know that Alexander Povetkin is very dangerous. What's going on, my brother Ronald Finkley, the OG? Ronald Finkley is in the building. Much love and respect, man. He says peace, Andrew Tucker World. Much love and respect to you, Ronald Finkley. Welcome to the live stream. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. We're talking about Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin. Man, it's gonna be a war. You know what I mean? But I know that, like I said, I know Dillian Whyte have learned from the first fight. And I know he's looking at he's gonna go into this fight not making any type of mistake. I think he's gonna be smart this time around. I think he's gonna be smart. But at the end of the day, Alexander Povetkin still at the age. I know he will be ready. He will be prepared. He's still dangerous. He's still a beast. still a big puncher, you know. So I know that Dillian Whyte is going to go into that fight being smart, bro. I know he's not trying to make any type of mistake. He can't afford to make any type of mistake against a technical brawler like Alexander Povetkin. He can't afford to make no type of mistake against a technical brawler like Alexander Povetkin. You know, with that guy, a guy that's a technician, a brawler, and with punching power. But at the end of the day, Alexander Povetkin can't get hit by that big left hook. And Dillian Whyte is going to be looking to land that punch. But I believe he's going to be doing more of a lot of boxing. You know what I mean? Because Dillian Whyte can box. You know, he's just not a big puncher. You know, it's like to stay right there and slug it out with you and stuff like that. He's a solid fighter and he can box. You know what I mean? And so he's good at setting traps. He's good at you know, setting you up. You know, for shots you may not see coming. So I think Dillian Whyte gonna be smart this time around. I think he's gonna be smart. You know, and I think, you know, can he make adjustments? Can he this time break down Alexander Povetkin? Can he this time around in the rematch, can he stop Alexander Povetkin? Can he stop him? Or will it be a repeat where Alexander Povetkin end up catch Dillian Whyte again to put him down again? You know, it's just one of those fights, man. It's gonna stylistically, it just makes an entertaining fight, and I know it's gonna be a war. I know it's gonna be an action-packed fight, man, between two very tough and two dangerous heavyweights. My brother Phil is in the building. He says Dillian is going to smoke Povetkin. You best believe. All the love from Manchester, UK. This is a cool channel, man. Appreciate you, man. Much love and respect, and shout out to Manchester, UK, man. Much love and respect to Manchester. You know what I mean? I have nothing but love and respect for a lot of my brothers that's from across the pond, that's over there in the United Kingdom. I have nothing but love and respect for all of my brothers that's over there. You know what I'm saying? Even my brothers over here in the US, whether my brothers is from North America, South America, Asia, you know what I'm saying, Europe, you know, Australia, don't matter where you're from. You know what I mean? I have much love and respect. Africa, I have much love and respect to all of my brothers, especially my brothers, you know, that's across the pond, that's over there in the UK, that show a lot of love. You know what I mean? And you know, love and respect to all of my brothers in the UK. Eric Davis say, hey buddy, what's going on, Eric Davis? Welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome to the live stream. Much love and respect, man. Ronald Finkley said Alexander Povetkin 36-1, 25 KO versus Dillian Whyte 27-18 KO rematch, 12 round for interim WBC heavyweight title. Yes, brother. Yes. And at the end of the day, bro, you know, I just think that both men they know that they can't. Alexander Povetkin knows it's a lot. It's a lot on the line, you know what I mean? And he knows he got to go out and prove himself one more time. Go ahead. He know he got to go out and prove himself one more time. You know, at the age, he's still dangerous. At the age, he's still dangerous. You know what I mean? He's still a big puncher. He's a technical brawler, boxer puncher. He's still dangerous. Dillian Whyte, for some reason, honestly, I feel that Dillian Whyte is going to be smart this time around. I feel like Dillian Whyte is going to make the necessary adjustments. I think Dillian Whyte, I believe, should have the right game plan. You know, he know what he have to look out for. He know what type of mistakes not to make against this dangerous, very dangerous veteran. You know, and I just think going in there being smart, you know, and making those necessary adjustments to break down the older Alexander Povetkin, it can happen. It can be done. You got to remember, Dillian Whyte have went in there against some, and he has been in there against some very solid opponents, some very tough guys. You know what I mean? And so has Alexander Povetkin. That's why I have so much respect, so much love and respect for both of these fighters, man, because these guys are willing to fight the best. You know, these guys, you know, it's no It's no avoiding. It's no none of that. These guys are willing to fight the best. These guys are willing to prove themselves against the best, and that's why I respect the veteran. Alexander Povetkin. That's why I respect, Dillian Whyte. You know what I mean? Also, a veteran. So at the end of the day, I just think that when you got fights like this, man, this is why you have to love the sport of boxing, honestly. This is seriously why you have to love the sport of boxing, because you got two warriors, two gladiators, two tough, two dangerous fighters that's going to come to fight, and that's really willing to fight each other. You know what I mean? That's really willing to fight each other, and really willing to go out and prove themselves. And at the end of the day, to me, in my eyes, this is a 50-50 fight. You know what I mean? We got my brother J.J. Warner. Ronald Finkley say respect to all boxing fans. Much love and respect, man. Most definitely, Ronald Finkley, respect to all boxing fans, man. All boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? J.J. Warner said, can't wait for this one. I can't wait either, bro. I can't wait for this one either, man. I'm excited about this one. Like, real talk, man. I'm excited about this one. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a war. This is gonna be a war between two dangerous fighters, two skilled, dangerous fighters, two tough fighters with experience, and I just feel like it's going to be a war, man. It's just one of those fights. It's just a 50-50 fight. You just don't know who's going to win. You don't know who's going to win. I'm leaning towards Dillian Whyte this time. I think he's going to be smart this time around and make the necessary adjustments. Do I see him knocking out? Yes, it's possible he can knock out Alexander Povetkin, and it's possible what happened in the first fight can happen again. It's possible White can get knocked out by Alexander Povetkin. So that's why when you got a dangerous fight. That's why I titled this live "Dangerous Fight," because when you have two dangerous fighters like Alexander Povetkin and Dillian Whyte coming at each other, it's just a dangerous fight. That's why I said a dangerous fight. J.J. Warner said, this is almost exciting as you versus YV. Hey, much love and respect, J.J. Warner. You know what I'm saying? Hey, much love and respect. Ronald Finkley said this week of the heavyweights 3 matchups Saturday. Yeah, man, I can't wait, man. I'm going to do live commentary. I can't wait to go live, man. And do live commentary for the card this Saturday, man. It's going down. Oh, man, we got my brother, Speak Your Mind Sports Talk, with the $3 super chat. Hey, man, appreciate you, Andrew, my brother. Smash that MF like button right now. Yeah, man, y'all hit that like button, man. I got my brother, Speak Your Mind Sports Talk, in the building. Hey, listen, D, I don't know what you're doing right now, man, what you got planned, bro. But I would love – hold on, I got my phone ringing. Okay, go ahead, grab it. Yeah, I would love for you to hop on, D. If you ain't doing anything, bro, I would love for you to hop on, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this. If you're busy, I understand, man. But if you're not busy, I'd love for you to hop on and cook with me, man. I'd love for you to hop on and cook with me. Hold on, let me put the link in the chat. Yeah, man, like I say, this is a dangerous fight, man. A dangerous fight. This is a dangerous fight, man. Honestly. And like I say, it's 50-50. This is a 50-50 fight. People don't see it as a 50-50 fight. It is what it is. But to me, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a dangerous fight, man. I'm telling you, it's one of those exciting fights that I just can't wait to see. I got my brother G. Jefferson, Speak Your Mind Sports Talk is in the building. What's good with you, my brother? Ronald Finkley, I see you, my brother. Appreciate the $1.99 super chat, man. Appreciate that, man. Much love and respect, man. I meant the super sticker, man. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I got my brother, Speak Your Mind Sports Talk is in the building. Much love and respect, man.
What's up, Andrew? What's good with you, brother, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm just, blessed to be alive, blessed to see another day. I've been really busy a lot lately, but, just taking care of family, working, and in and out of town and things of that nature, but I'm just, I couldn't wait to go back live, man, to really talk about a really exciting card. You know what I mean? An exciting fight. You know that's taking place this Saturday. And I just really I titled this D. I titled it "Dangerous Fight" because it is a dangerous fight, man. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I said D, this is a 50-50 fight because it's a chance that Alexander Povetkin can repeat what he did in the first fight, and he can knock him out. And it's a chance, yes, it's a chance that Dillian Whyte can also stop Alexander Povetkin because you got two dangerous fighters. You know what I mean? And I said this time, I feel that Dillian Whyte know that he has to be smart going in there against a technical brawler, a very tough opponent, big puncher. You know, a veteran like Alexander Povetkin. He know he has to be smart, and he know he can't afford to make any type of mistakes. He got to go in there and be smart and make the necessary adjustments to get this victory. What you feel about this fight, D?
Bro, I mean, I agree with you, bro. I think that like, look, this fight I picked Dillian Whyte the first fight, which I was wrong, and I think most people that picked him was wrong.
Yeah,
But when they immediately announced the rematch, I just did a video on this as a matter of fact. But when they immediately announced that rematch, uh, I was like, nah, it's too soon, man. Dillian Whyte got a concussion. He had to have a concussion, so it's too soon. But when the delay happened, because of the venue situation, then Povetkin gets COVID, then another delay happened. I said, well, that doesn't help Povetkin because time ain't on his side. The dude's 40 years old. So the longer that fight take, the worse it's going to be for Povetkin. And it gave Whyte plenty of time to heal from that concussion. So I think we back to square one. I got to pick Whyte again, but it's a close fight, man. You know, Whyte is going to, I'm sure him and his camp, they're going to look at film, watch where he made his mistakes. But the thing that makes Povetkin so dangerous in this second fight, and I was telling Maestro I was on his live earlier, we was talking about it, is the punch that Povetkin knocked Dillian Whyte out with is not his best punch. His best punch is that hook, man. And he not so now you feint the uppercut and you come with that hook. That's another dangerous situation for Dillian Whyte. So he could knock Whyte out too. Like this is a great fight again. I'm still gonna pick Whyte because I think youth is on his side. I don't think time and the coronavirus messes with your respiratory, right? So the gas Povetkin already had gas tank issues, right? So
right.
I don't think that I think all of that has to be taken into account for, and it just favors Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, most definitely. I agree, man. Like honestly, and then the thing is when I look at Dillian Whyte, I really haven't been paying close attention. You know what I mean? I don't know if you have or not, but at the end of the day, I just know that I feel this time around, and when I say close attention to as far as how White been training and things of that nature, and I don't know if he cut some weight. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go look into that. You know what I mean? And kind of like catch up with what's going on. Because I've been having a lot going on. Family emergencies and things of that nature. So it's a lot of catching up I got to do. But I feel that White knows that he has to be smart, and I hope that one thing he worked on, and that should have been his number one focus is his conditioning. What you think about that?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I think that like White's been training. See, this is a thing too. People got to realize too. He went into training. The fight got delayed, but remember, he started training immediately after that fight. And I'm
Okay.
confident that he's gonna, be looking at his mistakes. But again, Andrew, like you said in the beginning, I'm with you, bro. This is a 50-50 fight. This is still a close fight because one thing about White, he ain't no spring chicken either. He not old like Povetkin, but he been in the game, been around the game for a minute. Hard to teach an old dog new tricks. So as the old adage go, Dillian Whyte never been defensively responsible. That's why I always felt like Wilder would beat him because he's defensively irresponsible. You know, he slipped up in that fight. He got a little greedy, but that just shows you you gotta watch those. You gotta tuck those elbows, keep your head moving. And
Right.
he's always had. Chisora almost stopped him in their fight. He weathered the storm and ended up stopping Chisora, but even still, though, Marius rocked him. What's his name? Uh, Rivas dropped him, right? So
Oscar
this dude,
Rivas. Oscar
Oscar
Rivas,
Rivas
right?
dropped him.
Yeah.
So like this dude is always had defensive issues, and now we know his chin is not diamond. Like he can go down. This is a good fight, man. Povetkin definitely has the higher IQ. He is the better boxer. Dillian Whyte got the youth. He has the strength on his side, right? So they both have intangibles and attributes that they trade off. But I'm just concerned with Povetkin's age and this illness situation and the time off. I think that serves White better. That's all.
Right. And yeah, you also look into that as well. Like you honestly, that's a lot to look into because, at the end of the day, you got to keep in mind what Alexander Povetkin is now. I believe now is now what 40 years old, I believe, right? 40, right? 40? Is he
Yep,
40?
40. Yep.
40 years old. And sometimes, I believe even at that age, if you're in good enough shape, you still can compete. But at the end of the day, you're necessarily not going to be. It's sometimes, and father time catches up to you, man. It comes out of nowhere, and it really hits you with a vicious uppercut you don't see coming, and you just don't have it, and it's just not going to be the same, and you just not quick enough to, or fast enough, to land this punch, land that punch, and you might not be fast enough to block this punch, or it might be a punch you don't see coming, you get hit with because you're not fast enough to get out the way of that punch, and it's just sometimes when it creeps on you like that, and it come up on you like that, it just makes it bad even when you in the ring because it can be just an off night and you just can't perform at the best of your ability, and you just going up against the younger fighter and he's doing a whole lot, and sometimes being the younger, the fresher fighter, and more endurance, more stamina, more faster on his feet, or however, what I'm saying, it can be a little too much and it can just be a big problem, for the older fighter. What I mean? We have seen this before, what I'm saying? So, yeah, that when you got to really look into that, you got to be like, well, maybe Vivek may get into the ring, and we may see him, not the same as the first fight, even much slower and things of that nature. But based off his IQ, based off how smart he is as a fighter and how skilled he is as a fighter, maybe he can kind of rely on that and get away with that. But at the end of the day, you're still in there against a big puncher, young fighter, more, probably more, just gonna do a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So that can be an issue, that can be a problem. So just based on what you're able to do that night and how you're able to perform that night. I feel like, and I'm gonna say this, we both agree to this, that this is a 50-50 fight, and I still believe Povetkin, even still at the age, I believe he's still dangerous, and I think that if he goes in there, like he did in the first fight, but this time he may have figured Dillian Whyte out. He may have had the right game plan. He might have the right game plan going into this rematch and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set traps. I'm going to set him up. And if he falls into these traps, I got him. What I mean? At the end of the day, maybe Dillian Whyte knows what he's up against. He knows what to expect coming from Alexander Povetkin. So I feel like it's just one of those fights where I believe like who wanted. I mean, I believe both guys really want this fight. They really want the victory. What I mean? They really want the W. And I think that, both guys is gonna come to fight. I believe it's gonna be a war. Stylistically, this makes an entertaining fight. It makes a war because of their styles. You bring two fighters like this in the ring, you always gonna get a very tough, entertaining fight between two big punchers that's also skilled heavyweights. And I feel that this time around, that Dillian Whyte is going to make the necessary adjustments, be smart, and box more, and kind of set up the counters or the whatever big shot he may land. I think he's going to be smart at setting up those shots. Jalik, the leader is in the building. What's love and respect, my brother? You know what I'm saying? But what you feel about what I just said,
What's
though,
up,
D?
Jalik?
What's up? What's up, D? What's up? Shout out to Richmond's finest, the fifth, the fifth cousin of D'Angelo, the backup singer D'Angelo. What's up, man?
What's up? Nah, I feel you, Andrew. See the thing too. Like, okay, so Povetkin. I was breaking this down on my extra. We was talking about this fight earlier, right? They were setting traps for each other, right? Dillian Whyte, he would keep dipping under that hook, right? And I think he had the idea that Povetkin was trying to hit him with that uppercut. So he was dipping up under that hook. He would tuck his arms to prevent that uppercut, and he would fire off body shots, right? And he kept firing off to the body. The way he knocked him down was he baited him into that. He feinted like he was going to the body, and he came up with the hook. That's how he got the first knockdown. So he was setting the trap there. But
Right.
when he got caught with the uppercut, it was that defensive irresponsibility that I'm talking about. He went for his hook, and he didn't tuck those elbows. And Povetkin feinted him and came right. He came with the uppercut. He didn't come to the body, and he had Dillian Whyte wide open. So these guys were setting up traps for each other. And again, Povetkin's smarter, bro. Like, he has a higher IQ than Dillian Whyte. Those are just the facts, and people have to accept that, which is why I make this fight so much. It's so dangerous again and so close again. It's just that, like I said, that aging and the corona situation and the time off, that shit just favors White. That's why in a close fight and you coming back on the rematch, now White has a little more advantages on his side. I just feel like it's going to push it over to the edge, and White will win this time.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I hear you, man. I hear you on that. What you feel about about the fight, man, and everything what G just said, Jalik? I know you weren't ready to cook, man. What you feel about this
Yeah,
fight, man?
he's right. Yeah, because he is a little smarter. He did win a gold medal on where I forget what year it was. So he is smart. And he actually looked small. He looked like a super middleweight. He looked small, but they like at the end of his career and home was kind of in his prime, so it makes the fight more interesting. But I like Povetkin's overhand right, that uppercut that he had, because he literally had him sleep in the air. He actually, for Dylan's White's sake, he is actually a good idea that the fight got pushed back, because
Yeah.
if he got knocked out, he was sleep in the air, and yet they was gonna have a rematch so fast. You usually get suspended for 90 days when you get knocked out. So he was coming back way too fast. So I think it's good that the fight got pushed back for the sake of Dillian Whyte. I'm picking oh man, it's kind of close. If Dillian Whyte had better stamina, I would definitely pick him to win. The problem with him is you can tell that he doesn't really believe in his stamina, so he'd just start fighting. He'd just start fighting real reckless. And when you start fighting reckless, it's like you get caught with some shot, busty a little chinny. For the sake of just winning, sometimes you just gotta win. And he'll fight just try to brawl. So I think he should just, for the sake of winning, man, just make it boring. If I was him, I don't care, but there's hardly no fans there anyways. I would make it boring and bully him and tire Povetkin down.
The problem, the problem with that, the problem with that is that Povetkin's actually a really good inside fighter. That puts Dillian Whyte into a danger zone, fam. And uh, you mentioned his overhand right, which is a good shout there, Jalik. I'm proud of you. That means you've been listening. You're learning your boxing and
Yeah,
stuff.
he always try to start it with me and do whatever.
No, but in all seriousness, though, mentioning that overhand right, I was just saying earlier, Jalik, before you jumped on, is that Povetkin's most powerful punch is that left hook, right? So he hits him with that uppercut. You feint that uppercut, you come with that left hook. That's his best punch. If Dillian Whyte gets slept by his uppercut, you know he could get slept by the hook. Like there's a lot of dangers, and going on the inside like that puts Dillian Whyte in the wheelhouse. That's probably not the best space he want to be with Povetkin. Because to be honest, I think Povetkin's probably a bit of a better inside fighter than Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is a slugger when he gets on the inside. You know, like those wars with he and Chisora, they're more sluggers when they get on. On the inside, Povetkin uses his elbows to create distance and angles, and he's more calculated on the inside. He's a better inside fighter. So I don't think being in the wheelhouse is advantageous to Dillian Whyte.
Right. So though, and making it boring. Sometimes you got to do that because he is a couple inches taller and he weigh more. And maybe that'll get him tired. That's what I would do, because he just try to get in. It's good for our entertainment, but he got to win, because if he loses, he's gonna be like Derek Chisora 2.0. He's a journeyman. To be honest with
you. Yeah, like man. I think I feel like he still, even if he loses again against Povetkin, I feel he still would be, pretty much up there to still compete with some of the other top 10 fighters. But at the end of the day, as far as like, trying to get a fight, in the rematch with Joshua, or trying to, get a fight, with Fury, trying to kind of get those fights, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of like,
he's gonna be the step up guy. He's gonna have
I wouldn't necessarily call him a gatekeeper either. Jalik, I tell you why I say that. Look, check it out. Okay. Wilder, Fury, Joshua, Povetkin, Whyte, Ruiz. Those are the top guys. So basically, if he loses to Povetkin, he loses to another top guy. He's still one of the top guys. It's not like he's losing to one of those guys beneath that. So I wouldn't really call him a gatekeeper, because Chisora, you probably wouldn't really rate him top 15, to tell you the truth. But Whyte is a solid top 5, arguably Ruiz or Povetkin. That's the argument, those three guys. But, these guys are top 5 fighters in the heavyweight division for sure.
What about
most definitely?
Because I think Hrgovic versus Michael Hunter is for the IBF #1 slot.
Why you gonna do that to me? You know Hrgovic, my dude, dog.
That's my dude.
Julie trying to throw a monkey wrench in there.
That's my boy, bro.
Yeah, Philippe, my boy, dog. Philippe Hrgovic, my guy, but he still gotta prove it, though. You feel me? Like Dillian Whyte, look at his resume, look at Philippe. He still gotta prove it.
He needs that step up. I agree, man. He needs that. He needs that step up fight, and I think. Once he gets that step up fight to really see where he's at. I mean, we know he's dangerous. We know he's a technician too, man. He's good at setting. He's smart. The guy dangerous and smart. So I would love to see a step up fight for him, and but the guy's a problem, man. I mean, I'm not finna sit here and lie to y'all, man. I'm not finna sit here and even lie to y'all, man. The guy's a problem, bro. You know what I mean? So we just again, that step up fight is what we need. We need to see him, Yeah.
Hey, Michael Hunter for the IBF #1, so he gonna be fighting.
That's what I'm saying. So
we need that fight.
We need that. We most definitely need that, because we need that because Michael Hunter, man, is a very tough, very skilled fighter, and he showed me a lot, man. The guy. Had great performances and great fights at cruiserweight. It was a few fights I enjoyed watching from that guy, and that guy come to fight, man. And that's the first test for Philip Hrgovic. That is the first.
I thought he beat Povetkin. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Hands down. I had him winning that fight as well.
Yeah, I thought
but what I'm saying is that Michael Hunter is really going to test and really going to challenge Philip Hrgovic. If he passes that test, then that's going to tell us everything we need to know about the guy.
That's big, bro.
Honestly,
I can't wait for that fight.
Oh man, that's going to be good. Dang.
That's the good thing, man. Heavyweight's a winning thing, man.
Yeah,
I'm pulling for Dillian Whyte, man, because he be talking his thing, but he actually good for heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? He good. He be talking his trash. He come in. You know what I mean? He ain't really make no excuses last time. He good for the heavyweight division, man. And I still want to see him versus Wilder. That's still a big fight. Fight.
Yeah.
I want to see the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, everything, the history behind those two guys is gonna. That thing, the build up, it's just gonna be, man. Like, and and I kind of know, I kind of have a feeling, and kind of like I even had a dream about it at one time. Who won that fight? I ain't gonna lie. Because if I say it, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get people throwing stuff at my door and throwing stuff at my house and coming at my head about it. If I tell y'all who actually wins that fight, it's a good fight.
Wilder win that.
It's a good fight while it lasts, but at the end of the day, depends on how he shows it. Depends on how he show up. It's all depends on how he show up.
It don't even matter, Andrew, because I got people at my neck all the time, because I say this all the time. If the name is not Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury, I'm not picking them over Wilder. I'm picking Wilder over everybody else unless their name is Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury. And I get heat by saying that all the time. I just put a video out saying it. Listen, bro, I don't care what anybody say. This is my thing about Deontay Wilder. And people allow their disdain for the fans. They allow their disdain for the excuse making to negate what will happen in that ring. I don't care about all of that nonsense his fans be saying, Pharaoh and the LDBC and him coming out twerking and accusing Mark Breland. That don't have a goddamn thing to do with what will go down in that ring. And what will go down in that ring, all of these guys' names not Tyson Fury. They're not 6'9" with an 85-inch reach. These guys are not the two most elusive heavyweights in the division are Tyson Fury and Usyk. And even when you concern Usyk, he doesn't have the size and dimensions. So if your name is not Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, I don't want to hear this shit about you beating Wilder. You got to show me, because I think you get slept. If your name ain't Joshua or Fury, I think you get slept. Let's be honest about it. Fury being one of the best defenders and most elusive fighters, Wilder caught him. He caught one of the best defenders and most elusive fighters in the first fight. So what makes me think that these other guys can just get away from that?
Yeah, that's true.
Hold on for a second, D. Yeah, you cooking right now. I hear you, man. Dylan Pulley is in the building. My brother's in the building. Salute, Tucker World. Much love and respect, man, to you, my brother. Boxing Logics United, my brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying? One of the generals. You know what I'm saying? Boston Logic United, appreciate that $10 super chat, man. Much love and respect, man.
What's up, Double now?
Hey, my ride, bro. If you ain't too busy, or if you ain't with your girl right now, hey, man, I would love to have you, bro. I'm going to send a link right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard from you in a minute, big bro. I meant to call you last week. I ain't heard from you in a minute, man. So
Myron ain't doing nothing. Come up here. You and them playing with that teddy bear. Put that teddy bear down.
Yeah. Hop on here, man. Hop on here and cook, man. Hop on here and cook, big bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll put the link right there, man. But listen, man. I'm gonna say this, D. I hear what you're saying, bro, and I agree. But at the end of the day, I tell you all the time, man. It's just certain fights. I believe, because of the styles, that it makes entertaining fight. It makes an entertaining fight. You know what I mean? And I just think that certain fighters is going to push certain fighters. I believe that certain styles challenge or could be somewhat in a way a problem for a certain style versus, that fighter, certain fights. And I say it all the time, like style makes fights. And I believe Andrew Ruiz Jr. also is a tough fight for Deontay Wilder. Yeah. I believe also because based on how fundamentally sound he is, I don't look at his weight. I'm not looking at his size. I'm not just looking at the hand speed, but I'm looking at basically, what he's able to do. I'm looking at based on skill, what he's able to do as a heavyweight. You know what I mean? And so I also look at that, and I also say that that is another fighter I believe stylistically can somewhat, in a way give Wilder some problems. But at the end of the day, because Wilder, we know that right hand is very lethal. It's very powerful. Wilder is patient at setting it up. Wilder is athletic. We give him that. Wilder, can get on his feet, you know what I mean, and he can move around and things of that nature. Some things he might need to polish up on. But at the end of the day, Wilder is most definitely dangerous, because he has that right hand. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if he's not able to hurt Andy Ruiz Jr. or able to, like I'm just saying, just listen to me though. If he's not able to hurt this man, you know what I mean? If he's not able to hurt him, you know what I mean, or able to knock him out, I'm talking about within the first 5 or 6 rounds. If you're not able to knock this man out, this man coming and pressing the attack and bringing the fight to Wilder, it could possibly be another fight he could possibly lose, bro. Honestly, but I feel that Wilder, yes, has the power to knock out an Andy Ruiz Jr. But I feel that fight is not going to be easy. Oh, we got somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the live stream. What's going on, my brother? My brother Aaron, is it Aaron? Aaron, what's going on, my brother?
Yes, Andrew Takawad. I missed you. Yeah, I'm getting this. I was asleep. I'm Zambia, Central Africa. I love boxing. I love your content. So I'm getting you. And I'm supporting the other guy who is saying, Wilder is too tricky. We cannot take him away. When it comes to these other guys, he can still make it. It's just that now he has lost it all. He has lost confidence, but he can still make it. He can just have, I'm sure, some difficulties with Joshua and Fury. Those are the guys that can give him problems. That is what I can say.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Definitely. I agree.
I'm with you on that, Aaron, and that's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
agree.
if their name ain't Joshua and Fury, like I'm not even really trying to hear it. Like, and then I hear you too, Andrew. Like that Ruiz gives him problems. Well, here's my logic on that. Who the fuck haven't? Chris Arreola gave him problems. My thing with Andy Ruiz is, and with most of these heavyweights in boxing today, they're defensively irresponsible, fam. And the worst thing you can be going against a guy like Wilder is defensively irresponsible, because they say he's a one-trick pony. Okay, true, he is a one-trick pony, but he's mastered that trick. How to get that right hand in there. And if you're defensively irresponsible, night.
Right.
Let me pause this.
That's true.
Allow me to pause this. There is this other guy whom I've noticed. He has a great chin. Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce also.
Oh, yeah. That's my dog.
He can make it because he can survive those punches and he can still knock out, I'm sure, Deontay Wilder if he doesn't make it early.
Yeah, he dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, Slow Joe is
a monster.
Hey,
Joe bad, bro. That's heavyweight is good, bro.
If you can't get past that vicious jab he got, man. That jab is so vicious, bro.
I put a video up, and I caught a lot of heat over this, right? But I put a video up. I said, Slow Joe stops Alexander Usyk. I'm picking Slow Joe to stop Usyk in the 10th round. Let's go, Slow Joe.
Listen, bro.
The Juggernaut has improved a lot. He has improved a lot.
Yes, yeah. Joe Joyce have gotten a lot better, and he's a better fighter than versus the first time they fought. He's gotten a lot better since the first time able to meet in the ring. And Joe Joyce, man, he surprised me, man, because I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I knew it was going to be a close fight. I knew it was going to be a close fight between him and Daniel Dubois, but I didn't think that he was going to just go in there and just do what he did. You know what I mean? I knew that he was capable of doing that, but at the end of the day, I didn't think that it was going to end up the way it ended up. But you guys probably could have saw something I didn't see. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew that it was going to be one of those fights. But at the end of the day, you know, Joe Joyce have fought the better competition. You know, he have had some experience over the kid, and so sometimes that play a major role. You know, and
my brother, you already know. Let me tell you something. I pick Slow Joe. Slow Joe. Whoever that is that just came and put the mic on mute, you got
My Rob, that's my brother, my Rob Magnus in the building.
Oh, that's
You got
Double M. Double M, turn that double mic off, man.
Trying to get the volume right, man. Hold on.
Okay, my brother. All right, big brother. Do your thing,
Go
man.
on mute, All right. Oh boy.
Trying to get the volume right.
Watch
All right,
me
for sure.
right on mute, man. There you go. There you go. Came back.
Shit ain't working right.
Yeah, that's cool, Tony. Cool, Tony. I'm glad.
He ain't gonna be able to talk.
I'm gonna come back in.
All right, for sure, big bro.
All right, now what was I getting ready to say?
You was basically for the touch up on what I just got through saying about as far as Joe Joyce, better competition and
Slow Joe, yeah. So
yeah.
And that Daniel Dubois fight, I did the pre-fight, final predictions. I told everybody, Joe Joyce is going to stop Daniel Dubois in the 10th round. Coincidentally, he stopped him in the 10th round, and that's luck, just getting the exact round. Anyway, I knew he was going to stop the kid, and I'll tell you why. The kid head was stuck on center line, fam. That was one of his biggest flaws. His head was stuck on center line. Anybody with a powerful jab, as Joe Joyce has shown us he had before, and your head is stuck on center line, you're not going to win that fight, bro. I knew he wasn't going to win that fight. Those sandbags coming at that boy's head, look at that eye. That shit was going to happen all night because Daniel Dubois kept his head on center line. Here's another reason I knew Joe Joyce was going to beat him. Freaking Frank Warren, bro. Frank Warren was moving this kid horribly. His 3 fights before Joe Joyce was Ricardo Schneider's, Ebenezer Tete, and Fujimoto, who was a damn 168-pounder, fam. The dude blew up from 168. Ricardo Schneider's was scared to death of Daniel Dubois, whereas Joe Joyce fought Brian Jennings. A great step-up fight, right? Brian Jennings took him to the wire. Daniel Dubois didn't even have the experience to go that long with Joe Joyce. Man, it was a clear ass whooping coming.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe Joyce dangerous, bro. He the type dude that promoters pay step aside money to. He's too dangerous.
Yeah, man. I see this. The thing is, I always knew this man was dangerous, bro. And I was like, you got two dangerous guys going stepping in the ring against each other. But at the end of the day, I guess, like I say, fighting better competition, getting better as a fighter and gaining experience, that most definitely won him the fight, and yeah, he showed me a lot in that fight, man. He showed me a lot, and I'm excited to see him against Alexander Usyk because, oh man, I really don't want to. I don't really want to go there. I don't really.
Yeah, that's another one. I can't wait,
man,
bro. That's gonna be another rematch, bro. That's gonna be, woo.
Listen, yeah, man, that's gonna be.
And I think,
yeah.
I think only the first, if they fight next, I think only the first fight with AJ and Fury is gonna be for Undisputed. I think the second fight, I don't think it'll be for Undisputed. I think the WBO just gonna make that person a full-time champion. That's because that's what it sounded like they was saying, Eddie Hearn. So we'll see if that fight gets happen next. But yeah, we got I know you got your thing. I had a question for y'all because homeboy, what's his name? AJ boy, Lawrence Okoli, bro. He bringing the cruiserweights back, bro. Y'all seen him this weekend?
Yeah, I did a video on him.
Yeah, man, I had missed that fight, man. I got to go back and watch that fight, man. Because I was supposed to go live, man.
Bro, he got his own style. Yeah. He trained by
Shane McGuigan, man. Shane McGuigan doing a good job with that dude, bro.
Yeah, he got his own style. He got his own identity too, which is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? He not trying to fight like somebody else. He got his own identity already, and he I don't even think he's been boxing that long. I think he mentioned he was flipping burgers recently, and I was like, wow. He doing his thing.
I think I remember they talking about that.
He's gonna be a heavyweight, bro. He gonna be a heavyweight. Like it's not soon. Probably in 2 years, he's gonna be a heavyweight. So heavyweight is in a good position for your legacy and good fighters.
I agree with you. Okay, Double M, what's good, my brother, big bro in the building. So you good, man? We can hear you loud and clear, big bro. Go ahead and cook, man. I know you want to cook. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? How you feel about this Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin?
Who was he talking about?
He was talking
Lawrence Okoli.
Oh, okay, got you, Lawrence. Yeah. He got a lot of potential. He has a lot of potential. I think I don't know. I'm happy to see the Dillian Whyte fight versus Povetkin is going to be interesting because Dillian Whyte going to have to come out here definitely and handle business. And he can't fall asleep at all because Povetkin already showed what can happen if he does. But the thing is, Povetkin is going to come probably perhaps much better for the second fight. What happened with the first fight? It was what Povetkin caught the COVID, right? I mean, after the initial, the initial rematch. I meant, Povetkin caught COVID, right?
Nah, the first time it was delayed for venue reasons, and then he caught COVID, and then it got delayed again for venue reasons. So now they're gonna have it.
Right.
Wow. I wonder if that's gonna. Okay, so I mean, so your boy Eddie Hearn delayed it. They just couldn't find a venue. Oh, because it was middle of COVID, and they wanted to.
The pandemic and all of that bullshit.
Why couldn't he just throw? I wonder why didn't they just throw that in the backyard, Eddie's backyard, like they did the first one?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like y'all probably might know more than I do. Knowing more than I know, but all I know that should have. I mean, honestly, that could have been a great idea. You know, why not? You know what I'm saying?
I just think it was delaying it. Like, look, they did the first fight. They posted it with no fans and everything. Boom. But with Whyte getting upset, it built the next fight up like that more interesting. So I think that they were delaying that to try to get fans in there. That's what the delays was about. I mean, first you had the coronavirus for Povetkin, but then after that, I think it was like, well, let's just hold off a little bit on this fight soon because we're gonna have fans back soon. People want this fight bad now, so
the only thing I can think of, like the first fight built up so much hype after that vicious knockout, because let's keep in mind that but it was an entertaining fight. It was a war before the knockout came. So it's not like, that one was dominating the other. They was both, in the fight, and it was an action-packed fight. It just happens to end up in a knockout. So when you got a fight that you're really looking forward to, you know what I mean, anticipated fight, of course you want to take it to the next level. You want to, what you want to bring
more interest. Yeah, it's definitely more interest now in the rematch than it was the initial fight. So I'm sure Eddie Hearn wants to cash in on that. And that's what just actually hit my mind. Then D said it literally as it was hit my mind, like, well, damn, the second fight now, everybody really interested in Povetkin and Whyte. What the fuck? Come on, man. And so, well, that makes sense. I understand Eddie Hearn wanted to do that, but that might not be helping Dillian Whyte. And now he's got to think about it a little bit more and everything. But that could also hurt Povetkin.
I think it did help Dillian Whyte because that fool had that concussion. And the more time he had to heal off that concussion, the better. And then time ain't Povetkin's friend, fam. He 40 years old.
Well, that's what I was about to say, because exactly a quick turnaround would have helped Povetkin more than anything.
No, he's not 40. He's not 40. He's 41, actually.
Yeah. And the quick turnaround would have helped Povetkin. Definitely. So, that made you. So they believe he had a concussion.
Who? Dillian Whyte?
He was asleep. He was asleep. He had a concussion.
Air, bro.
Well, I mean, I ain't want to assume anything. Yeah, it definitely looked like a concussed ass uppercut.
Yeah,
that was concussion giving ass uppercut. But I ain't want to assume anything. He could have just got knocked. Any fight time somebody get knocked the fuck out like that, you want to assume it's a concussion. So I can hear that.
Yeah, and most of the time when a nigga get knocked out, it follows a concussion, even if it's a minor concussion, fam. Like 9 times out of 10, you get knocked out. You got that. Oh yeah, you got that concussion, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I think that one knockout of the year. I think.
Bro.
I think.
Well, it
so.
had to be.
Nah,
I think.
Bro, all I gotta say is that all I gotta say is double. My run would tell you, bro. We was all on the. We did live commentary for that fight, and my run was me, Mr. Two Hands, and my run, bro. When the knockout took place, you should have seen our facial expressions. You should have seen what we went crazy. We went crazy.
I came in late. You know what I'm saying? Because I missed the first 2 knockdowns that Povetkin got, that Dillian Whyte had on Povetkin. I missed the first 2, so I'm thinking, I came in late and everything. That shit just came out of nowhere. He dropped like a sack of potatoes. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? God damn.
yeah, bro. It was out of nowhere, bro. It was out of nowhere, like for real.
That's the thing. Why I understand why they want to push it back for the venue, because that was like lightning in a bottle. Because I mean, Dillian Whyte had the fight completely in hand, and then out of nowhere, poof, it was just like over. And so that knockout actually woke up all diehard fans. All of us had a charge in this play because we felt sorry for Dillian Whyte. I know everybody felt sorry for Dillian Whyte, even in a knock. You felt happy for Povetkin, showing that, damn, no matter how old you get, you still, you never know. It take one punch, because that right there was reminiscent of, believe it or not, Povetkin neither the 2 guys were champion or the historic figure as these 2 gentlemen, but that reminds you of like George Foreman and Michael Moore. You feel me?
Yeah.
It was kind of like that fight.
Yeah.
Now, Michael Moore didn't drop George Foreman at all, but he was beating the shit out of George Foreman. You know what I mean? And then just George Foreman, boom, and it was over. And that's, to some type of comparison, that fight right there was a similar comparison, whereas Povetkin's trying to get back into the heavyweight, and Dillian Whyte is already there, and this fight just pushed him back where he's been, waiting for years. It been held out. It was just like, wow. So I could see, it's much more drama now. I can understand that. So so when is the fight scheduled now? Because
it's Saturday.
It's Saturday, mate. Yeah.
Coming up?
It's Saturday.
March 6th.
Oh, wow.
3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nigga, it's coming up this weekend.
It's the Saturday, bro.
Oh, wow. See, I've been trying to detox. So I've been detox from the shit for a little bit, but I'm coming back. So I kept hearing, I get Eddie Hearn's motherfucking texts like every day. I ain't gonna want to call him a nigga, but that's the most textingest motherfucker promoter I ever seen in my life. Eddie Hearn texts like, he texts more. I mean, I would get like 8 notifications from this motherfucker every day. And I wanted to make a video specifically on how often Eddie Hearn texts, because he's the most textingest dude I ever seen in my fucking life. I mean, that's the hardest working promoter in the game. I ain't gonna even front. He takes full advantage of fucking Twitter. He texts, like, and that's really him texting. That ain't nobody. I'm like, God damn it.
Wow, okay. I didn't know I didn't even know he had such a thing, group text thing. Yeah, I didn't know. Well, that's
I'm talking about Twitter.
Oh, Twitter. Oh, okay.
Yeah. My bad. If I say text, I mean tweet.
Oh, okay.
This motherfucker tweet more than anybody in the motherfucking world of box.
Yeah. Eddie Hearn is most definitely a social media a social media head, man, for real. And I ain't mad at him, because he like you say, he's one of the hardworking promoters, and he's all about his business, man. He's all about, getting things done. So, I respect the guy, but at the end of the day, he stayed tweeting, man, and putting stuff out.
It's his ass off, bro. Everybody. But But man, Povetkin, Dillian Whyte, I know Dillian Whyte better get the business. He better get in. I mean, he better take him out early. I think Dillian Whyte don't need to play around with him. He better take him out early, because your boy Povetkin has proven that he's still dangerous, and he's still a savvy veteran. So if I don't know, Povetkin still may have issues with stamina. We don't know, but I seen little pictures of him and little videos. Seem like he's looking like he's in good shape, better shape than he was the first fight. If Dillian Whyte's going to get him out of there, I think he's going to need to do that within 5 rounds. Because what round was that when he got caught? Was that like the 7th or 8th?
I forget.
That was
before 5th. That was pretty early.
Yeah, it was. I'm thinking. Yeah, it could be either the 7th or the 8th round. I mean, I know maybe it was.
Yeah, was it like the 6th or something? Maybe I'm not 100% sure.
I'm thinking maybe like the 7th round. I can find out for you real quick. But I believe it was maybe like the 7th round. It could have been the 6th though, because I kind of had a feeling that it was kind of like, it was like only a few rounds in. You know what I mean?
Dropped him twice. He dropped him twice in separate rounds, right? And he started coasting. I think he got comfortable. And that's when his ass.
My bad, dog. I was on mute. It's the 5th round he knocked him out in. It was right after Whyte knocked him down for the 2nd time. They came back out in that round, and Povetkin caught in with the uppercut. He knocked him down for the 2nd time in the 4th round. After the 4th round, that's when Povetkin caught him with that uppercut.
So he dropped him in the 4th round, and then what, the 3rd or twice in the 4th?
No, he dropped him in 2. He dropped Povetkin in 2 separate rounds. He dropped Povetkin in the 4th round. No, not the 3rd. You're right. He dropped him twice in the 4th, not the 3rd round. He dropped him twice in the 4th, and then the round right after that is when Povetkin caught him with the uppercut in the 5th.
Well, that motherfucker better be on finish him mode like a motherfucker for real, because I mean, goddamn, if you get caught once. Povetkin picked up on the tendencies, and his coach was picking up on it. Dillian Whyte better get him out of there quick. You know what I mean? Because he's gonna have flashbacks of that shit. Luckily, he was not clean. Luckily, he might not clean the fuck out. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? It just came out of nowhere. But damn. Hey man, I don't know. I think Dillian gonna get him. You know what I mean? But if he fall asleep like he did again, he can really, really fall asleep like he did again.
Yeah, man. I feel like he's gonna have to get him out of there. But at the end of the day, I feel like he's just gonna have to be smart, man. And I believe his game plan is to come in the fight being smart, and most definitely try to be smart at breaking Povetkin down. He can't afford to make any type of mistake. Povetkin's still dangerous, I believe. I believe still.
Yeah, he proved that.
Yeah, he's still dangerous, and he's looking to catch Dillian Whyte slipping. He's looking for him to make, he's looking to set him up. He's looking to get him out of there again. You know what I mean? Listen, when you have scored that type of knockout over your opponent, you know what I mean? You still have that momentum. You got the momentum. You still have that drive. And this guy is a blood and guts warrior. This guy coming to fight. God is not coming to lay down. This guy's not coming to just sit there and let you just hit on him. He's coming to dig down deep, and he's looking to go to war. And he's looking to this time get him out of there. Again, he's looking to get him out of there again.
Hey, thing is though, what's dangerous?
It's not going to be easy for Dillian Whyte to get him out of there within 3 to 4 rounds. It's not going to happen.
You know what's dangerous now for Dillian Whyte in this fight though? Both of these guys are hookers. That is Povetkin's fucking major shot, and that's Dillian Whyte's major shot. But now, Dillian Whyte has 2 shots he needs to worry about with dealing with Povetkin: the hook and the uppercut. So
Myron, that's disrespectful. These guys are professional boxers and they earn their money honestly. They're not hookers.
What you say are hookers? No, that's both. Oh, you shut up. Oh, now I get it. That's definitely, you know what I mean? Don't hook with a hooker. Dillian Whyte was winning the fucking true. Dillian Whyte was winning the fucking hooking battle, and then Povetkin switched that shit to an uppercut. It was lights out. So now Dillian Whyte got to worry about 2 punches. And that just makes this fight now another perspective to make this fight, another thing to think about to make this fight more interesting. So, man, I'm just very excited now. I'm really excited to watch this fight
Bro, I
again.
said the same thing before you jumped on
yeah,
earlier, Mike.
yeah, bro. We've been saying this, and that's why I titled this live Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin, a dangerous fight, because it's the truth. This is a dangerous fight, and this is the reason why I say it's a 50-50. D agree, and I believe Jalik agree. You know what I'm saying? And I know you pretty much agree, big bro, that this is a 50-50 fight. This is a dangerous fight, bro.
Yeah.
This fight, somebody getting knocked out. I'm just telling you right now, somebody getting knocked out. It's a dangerous fight. Somebody going
at least 55-45. Yeah.
No. It's a 50-50, bro.
You don't know who gonna win. I don't know who gonna win, man. Did you talk about whatchamacallit?
I'm definitely gonna lean to Dillian Whyte because he was dominant, winning and control, but he got caught. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just he can't. I'm gonna like 55-45. I'm gonna lean to Dillian, but that's giving a lot of credit to Povetkin. That's all I'm saying. I know Povetkin can win. That's very close. 55-45
odds. Let's see the Vegas odds, because this is going to be a lot of money going to be on this fight.
Those bookies don't know shit, fam. I take Myron Magnus odds way before those bookies, fam.
Nah, they usually you see.
But hey, you know,
I know you guys. My brother Aaron is back in the building. Welcome back, my brother.
Yes, I'm back. You know, one thing I've observed, always Dillian Whyte in all the fights. We talk of Joshua, he was done by the uppercut. If you go back to Oscar Rivas, it was the uppercut. So if he can handle that, and if you look at Povetkin, the uppercut is the master when it comes to uppercut. So I don't know if he has improved on that one, because he's always vulnerable with uppercuts. I don't know how you observe that.
It seems like that's the hole in his defense.
Yeah.
You know, when he got, but no, the thing is with AJ, though, if you talking about Anthony Joshua, that uppercut came after he was already rocked by a very, very strong right hand.
Sure.
He was fleeing from AJ, and AJ caught that was the finishing.
But that uppercut
got him in trouble.
But big bro, that uppercut was a vicious uppercut. You might want to go back and watch that uppercut. That uppercut came.
What about the Oscar Rivas uppercut then? What's the excuse for the Oscar Rivas uppercut?
No, I'm not saying no excuse. I was just know that it was the right hand that set up the uppercut later on.
And then they Dillian Whyte be eating uppercuts like Lucky Charms, nigga.
Yeah. Looking at the odds, it's some money you can win. Like it's Dillian Whyte is minus 360, and Alexander Povetkin is plus 270. You put that $100 on Povetkin, you win 270. That's some solid.
Yeah, that's straight.
So the only advantage with Dillian Whyte, if he can win the fight, it is when he can break down Povetkin area. Yes, if he can manage to make him lose something that the strength area, that's where now we can start counting that him is standing a chance to win. But if they go further, he is now expecting anything like to lose the fight. That's my observation.
Yeah. I think Dillian learned from the first fight, man, honestly. And I just think that he's gonna come in the fight being smart. Like Myron said, like he can't fall asleep though. He fall asleep, he get hit with something he don't see coming again. He going night again. But I think he's gonna
come back to that uppercut. I think.
But I think he's going to go on this fight. He's going to take this fight. He's going to have to take this fight, man. He's going to have to take this fight very, very serious, man. Very, very serious. Because Povetkin is not playing. He's still dangerous. This guy's coming to win. He's coming to let people know that, listen, I'm still one of the most dangerous heavyweights out there, experienced veteran with punching power, a technical brawler, boxer, puncher, and I'm still dangerous. So I'm letting y'all know right now. This guy better be prepared mentally and physically to get in there and to go and be ready for me. And I know Dillian Whyte. I believe that he's going to be smart this time around. I think that he's not trying to make no type of mistake. I think at the end of the day, you know, we're going to see Dillian Whyte kind of switch up a little bit this fight. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he can't he better be prepared and he better be ready.
What's he going to switch up to?
I sort of kind of lean towards Dillian, but winning the fight. But I still feel it's a 50-50 and somebody getting knocked out. I said what I said. Go ahead and cook.
I think somebody going to get knocked out too.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you this: if he eats some more Lucky Charms, he gonna see some more stars.
Shut up, D. Shut up, D.
Hey, I don't think he's really that smart of a fighter. So I think he just limited on his intelligence. So that's why he be brawling like that. So, man, he probably get caught again. I won't be surprised if he get caught.
But the first fight wasn't a brawl like that. They weren't like brawling. It was a steady flow, and Dillian Whyte was picking his spots.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Myron. They was boxing when he gets tired. Fight. It was boxing.
When he start getting tired, then he don't know how to. I don't know if it's his breathing. He don't know how to think clear, so he get tired. And
I don't think he got tired.
Nah, Jalik, he didn't get tired, and Jalik, I'm gonna tell you this for sure, fam. If you got to worry about gas tank, both of them got gas issues, but
that's true. Povetkin
tank, he got the smaller tank, fam. Dillian Whyte working off about 17 gallons, but Povetkin only working off about 13, my nigga. He ain't got as much gas.
He way less weight though.
But he a Hummer, nigga. He sucking gas quicker.
It's like a Honda Civic versus a
Povetkin a Hummer, nigga. He get 12 miles to the gallon. He's sucking that gas quick.
That Honda Civic can, I don't know. Plus his experience, he can them Russians. Them Russians take their classes and all that. They got the scientists and everything. So he probably telling them how to breathe a certain pattern. Man, I'm switching. I'm gonna go with Povetkin again, man. I'm done. Dillian Whyte, man.
You mean you gonna go with Povetkin this time? Don't try to play guru, nigga.
No, I'm saying I'm saying Povetkin to win again. Not that I picked him the first time.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, Povetkin to win again. Yeah, I didn't pick him. I didn't pick him the first time.
Nah, so, I know I be keeping my eye on you, Jalik. I know you ain't finna go.
I did.
Well, hey, listen, man. I respect your prediction, my brother. I respect your prediction because, like I said, and I'll say it again, this fight is 50-50. But at the end of the day, listen, man, I sort of lean toward Dillian Whyte, getting this fight. But I would not be surprised if Dillian Whyte end up getting knocked out again. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just keeping it real. I would not be surprised.
Bro, he'd be like 15 pounds overweight. Like if he was, I don't know if he have a strength. Does he have a strength and conditioner? If he has strength and conditioner,
yeah. He has people. He got people that work
top shape like that. It'd be like.
Man, Dillian Whyte strength and conditioning is hoagies and donuts, man.
Bro. I'm like,
you a handful, bro. You a handful. So I'm talking about this man strength and conditioning. Okay, bro.
Yeah,
I'm done, bro. I'm done.
Joe Joyce be in better shape, but Joe Joyce is a couple inches taller. He bigger than Dillian Whyte, but he be in better shape than homeboy. His conditioning is much better, so.
Dillian Whyte on the Andy Ruiz plan. He on the Andy Ruiz plan.
He probably got the blazing beef pat, the Jamaican patties he be eating over there, man.
They be chilling on the weekends and they do a soul food Mexican mix. They got a table full of chalupas and collard greens, and tacos and sweet potatoes.
Exactly.
My brother Terry Harrell's in the building, Dylan Pulley in the building, Sean T. I see you, man. Much love and respect. I see you, my brother My brother Tap is in the building. I see you, man. Welcome to the live stream. Povetkin is a hard body. Dillian has to be clinical. Otherwise, it's going to be the same result. Yeah, I feel you, man. I hear you. I hear you.
Especially he know all it takes is one punch, he can knock him out. So he like, even if I don't got stamina, because he knocked him out at his worst. So if he come in shape just a little bit better, it's gonna be worse for Dillian. Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm pulling for
But
Dillian.
Jalik, remember the respiratory issue, bro. You know he went. Look, he went in for the coronavirus the first time. You know he went back into the hospital for a second time, right?
Oh, I didn't. I see that. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe he's taking like herbs and medicine. Who knows, bro? He probably,
Hey man, listen. I got like 10 minutes left on this live. We gotta get it. We gotta talk about the Vergil Ortiz, man. We gotta talk about Vergil Ortiz at 147, man. We gotta talk about it, man. That's the other topic I want to get into, man. Before I end this live, man. We gotta talk about. Go ahead, D. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, D. Cause I know you got a lot to say, a lot to talk about. I know Jalik got a lot to talk about. I know Myron got a lot to talk about.
Man. I'm gonna say it quick, and I'm gonna let y'all feed off of it. Vergil Ortiz showed a lot of damn heart in that fight. With Maurice. All right, Myron, muted Myron. You and that double talking, double mic. But look, check it out though. He showed a lot of heart. Bro. Maurice Hooker hurt the dude. He showed adversity. He showed heart. Vergil Ortiz got the dude. He showed adversity. He showed heart. Vergil Ortiz is still messed up, Myron. He masked it real well, but he showed heart. He came through. He stopped the guy. But here's the thing. I don't want to hear all of this nonsense about he's not ready to go fight Crawford. To hell, he's not ready to go fight Crawford. I comfortably picked Vergil Ortiz to beat every freaking opponent Crawford has faced at 147. Comfortably picked Vergil Ortiz to beat them, which means he's a contender, which means he's pop the titty out his mouth and put him in the ring. The worst thing that could happen is what happened to Canelo. He gets schooled. But what happened to Canelo after? Exactly. Let Vergil go fight Crawford. Let him go fight him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my good point, D. My thing is, I like the way that he noticed that he wasn't knocking him out with headshots, and he focused on a body. Also, too, in this fight, he showed more of a high guard because he usually don't fight with such a high guard. But homeboy is so long, so he had to change it up a little bit. So he showed some versatility. And like D said, he did get hit with a shot, but he showed he got a good chin. Now his defense, he definitely need to work on his defense. But as far as him being ready for Crawford, he is a contender. I think he's more dangerous for Crawford than his Porter. Also, now as a fan, I want to see the fight. Now, if I was his manager, Rick Meridian, I would put him in with Rashidi Ellis next, and I think that's what they're going to do. Because if you go to his Twitter, his manager said he don't want to rush it, which they're not going to put him in with Crawford next. So I don't want to get my
no.
Yes, but Vergil Ortiz
ain't gonna beat the shit out of Speedy Rashidi.
Yeah, and that'll build his confidence up even more. And that also allow him to deal with some speed because Rashidi, I believe, is faster than Crawford. But and they both were Golden Boy, but he's definitely got next in a sense. I don't know if he ever beat Crawford, but hey, put him in there. I don't protect fighters, but I know how managers think though.
Dude, if they put look, man, the thing is we see what happened with Canelo and Floyd. And Floyd took it easy on Canelo. The problem is Crawford's not going to take it easy on Vergil Ortiz, and Crawford's going to knock his ass the fuck out. Bro, Crawford ain't playing with Crawford's looking to stop everybody. And I know that Vergil Ortiz is inspired by, like, say, a Teofimo Lopez who was able to do that in like his 16th fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's motivating him. He want to show, and I like that. I like the spunk. I like Vergil Ortiz. He's a very, very memorable kid, respectful. He hungry, but he has a lot to learn. And Crawford, that fight won't go. If he fought Crawford, bro, that fight won't go 5 rounds. He will not.
Oh,
Crawford will hurt that young, and that will really. And I can see how. I can see the comparisons with Canelo and Mayweather. But the thing is, Mayweather wasn't going in there to really knock Canelo out. Crawford's going to go in there to knock that youngin out, and that's why it could be a loss this soon to somebody like Crawford. It could be kind of devastating psyche-wise, where it wasn't for Canelo. You feel me? So that's just where I come from there. And Crawford's 2 light years ahead of this kid in skill. And he's going to – if Crawford come in like, okay, he's talking shit, I really, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out and want to do that to that little youngin', I'm going to feel bad for that kid. Because I like Vergil Ortiz and his temperament. But no, I think his manager is smart. Mm-hmm. And, say no, don't and I think Vergil Ortiz was capping too. I don't think Vergil Ortiz wants that shit. He knows that shit.
I'm gonna tell you, want that fight. That kid got hard. I'm
gonna tell you like this, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I only seen four fights from this kid. I think and Maurice Hooker making it the 4th fight that I saw from this kid, right? And not taking nothing away from Maurice Hooker, but at the end of the day, that kid showed me, bro, that he's dangerous for one.
Not for Crawford.
Hold on. He showed me that he's dangerous. He showed me that he's good at making adjustments. He's good at breaking his opponent down. Once he figure you out, he's one of those type of fighters. I learned that about this kid. You know what I mean? When I seen him, the first fight, it was against some guy named only had like 28 wins. I think he had like 1 loss or something like that. Brad Solomon or somebody like that. And then I saw him beat the guy, the guy that beat Danny Garcia, Mauricio Herrera. I think that's his name. Yep. I felt he beat Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? It was a good fight. It was somewhat close, but I felt Mauricio Herrera won that fight. I felt he beat Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? And this kid went in there, and some people gonna be like, well, the Mauricio Herrera he fought wasn't the same guy that fought Danny Garcia, but he was still able to get in there against a guy with skill and stop that guy. And that was another fight I saw from that kid against Mauricio Herrera. Now he's young, have room to grow, evolve, come and get into that elite level, become that elite level fighter. But I believe even right now, bro, he give a lot of 147 pounders problems, bro.
Yeah,
I can go so deep into the reason why, but I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna probably end up giving me a headache.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me say this right quick.
Hold on. Let me finish real quick. No, you good, bro. You good. So what I'm saying is that, you got certain fights. You know what I mean? I felt like this, and I'm gonna just tell you, because I love Terrence Crawford, my favorite fighter in the world, favorite fighter right now in the world. I love the guy, love the kid, man. I love him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this: if you think that Kavaliauskas and not taking nothing away from Kavaliauskas, the guy was solid, dangerous, Olympian, dangerous, and people don't really do their homework on these fighters. They don't really pay attention to certain fighters right off the bat, like following their careers and stuff like that. But when the fighters announced, right, that Terrence Crawford fighting against Kavaliauskas and things of that nature, what I go do film study. And I go back and watch previous fights from these guys. So I went and did film study on Kavaliauskas, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, this guy, I can see in a way how this guy gonna be tough for Terrence. But I said it. I told my brother, but I see how Terrence gonna make adjustments, probably get him in the later rounds. But I feel like it's gonna be competitive, and it's gonna be somewhat of a challenge for Terrence Crawford because of this guy's style, right? So when you look at a fighter, and I'm just saying this, bro, Vergil Ortiz Jr. is better, more fundamentally sound, and even a little bit more dangerous than the Kavaliauskas, bro.
We can't say that yet.
Hold on. We can't say it. We can't say it,
that's
but I'm
why-
just telling you.
Hold
I'm
on,
just
Myron,
telling you.
That's why I
Hold
think
on,
Vergil Ortiz.
Myra. I feel you, bro. I'm
Let me
gonna
just
let
say,
you cook.
I think
I'm gonna let
that's
you
who
cook.
Vergil Ortiz should
Let you
fight
cook.
next is the Velasquez. That's who I believe he should.
Right. He go, and I think he should fight him next, and I believe he's gonna stop him.
Well, time will tell.
I believe he'll stop him. It's gonna be a good fight though.
He will stop
While it
Kevin
lasts.
Lashley. He will
I
stop.
believe it's gonna be a Myron. I believe it's gonna be a good fight.
That'll
Hold
be a
on, bro.
good fight, bro.
I believe it's gonna be a
That'll be a
good
good
fight.
fight.
Listen, I believe it's gonna be a good fight while it lasts. But I'm telling you right
Velasquez
now.
ain't lost since Terrence Crawford.
No. I believe it's gonna be a good fight while it lasts. But how this kid go up to the body, go down to the head, go to the body. I believe Velasquez is weak to the body. That kid is gonna break that man's body down, and I think that's how he KO.
Weeks is who?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm just telling you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm asking this. We're going back and forth. Who showed that Kevin Velasquez? Who you seen Kevin Velasquez fight that showed he was weak at the body?
Look, I won't say he's weak to the body, but I will say this, Myron. Ray Robinson is not a big puncher, and he bothered Kevin Velasquez to the body, and he's not a big puncher. So what does that tell you?
And I was going to bring that up. I said
Ray Robinson Jr. is not a big puncher. Listen, hold on, Myron. Now, you said you asked about a body, so I'm giving you something about the body, not the win.
Did he lose?
No, it's not about the win. It's about the body. So we're not talking about the win. You asked the question about the body. So what I said was Ray Robinson is not a big puncher, and he hurt Kevin Velasquez to the body. Now you're talking about Vergil, who is a big puncher. When he lands in that body, it's gonna hurt, fam.
It's gonna be. That's how he's gonna finish him. And remember, I was the first to say it. If he ever lands that fight and ever gets that fight, I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be how that kid stopped Kevin Velasquez to the body, because the guy can't take too many big shots to the body. I'm telling you, he weak to the body, bro. I'm telling you. So if you see this man stop this man to the body, if they ever fight, if he stopped this man to the body, just remember I called it and I said it was gonna happen. But I know it's gonna be. It's a good fight, though. It's a tough fight for him. I'm not saying, big bro. Listen, big bro. I'm not saying that's not a tough fight for him, bro. It is a tough fight for him. Kevin Velasquez. Yeah. It's a tough fight for him. But I'm just saying, if the kid was to win the fight, then I believe that's how he beats him. That's how he stops Kevin Velasquez to his body.
I don't believe Didius Velasquez is a tough fight for Vergil Ortiz, and I'll tell you why. When Crawford started to pressure Didius Velasquez and caught that dude, he fell apart. Didius Velasquez is an aggressive fighter. He comes forward and he puts the pressure on. This guy is not a back foot fighter. Vergil's going to put that dude on the back foot. I got
that's what we need to see the fight.
Didius Velasquez. Hold on for a second, because let me get this off. What's up, Tony? What's up? So let me get this off about Vergil Ortiz right quick, because look, man, I like Terrence Crawford. I'm not a Terrence Crawford hater at all, but we have to realize something about Terrence Crawford. His best competition in his entire career, let's understand this, is fucking Victor Postal. That is the best guy he has fought in his entire career. Hold on, let me say it. Myron, come on with that, bro. Come on, Myron, come on, bro. Let me get this off, dog. Just let me get this off. This is what is true. This is what is true about Terrence Crawford. The 5 guys that he fought at 147, because this is what matters. 147, okay? Vergil Ortiz fought Antonio Orozco, and when he fought Orozco, he knocked him out in the 6th round, okay? Never been stopped before. He fought Brad Solomon, knocked him out in the 5th round. Never been stopped before. When you talk about Terrence Crawford and you don't see Vergil going past the fucking 5th round, the only person that didn't go past the 5th round was a drained down fucking Kell Brook that got broken down with a plank jab, right?
How good is a rock jab?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the only person who didn't go past.
How good are the 2 guys you just named, and what are their records?
Jose Benavidez went 12 rounds with Crawford. If you think he's going to come in there and demolish this,
I'm just asking one question. The 2 guys that you're referring, have they been stopped before?
Who? Orozco and Brad Solomon never stopped. Never stopped.
Okay, have they lost before?
1 loss. These guys were not scrubs, Myron.
Okay,
Pause.
so
Okay,
now here's the question.
Time out. I have a question for my.
I got one more question though.
Okay, go. All right, go ahead, Myron. Go ahead. Cook. I got a question for you though.
How many fighters did I'm asking? How many fighters did Terrence Crawford take the O from?
At 147?
I'm just saying, period in his career.
I don't know how many fighters he beat undefeated, but okay, let's talk about 147 though. You talk about he took the O.
Okay, so this is Maurice Hooker's. Here's the point. Here's Maurice Hooker's first. Was this his first fight at 147?
Yeah, his first fight at 147.
Okay.
Right, but he was 3 years removed from 140. The dude should have been moved up. But look, let's talk about the O's then, because you brought that up. Let's talk about the guys who Terrence Crawford took the O's from.
He wasn't 3 years removed from that.
Okay, again, I'll explain that. But let's talk about the O's, because you say you brought that up, the undefeated, right?
No, you did.
Myron, you said how many guys that he beat was undefeated. I never talked about that.
You said his best opponent was Posol. I'm going off of
that.
But
that don't have nothing to do with undefeated records, fam. Look, Myron, come on, don't start that cutting me off for every angle, fam. Come on with that.
It wasn't cutting you off. I'm just challenging your point.
All right, go ahead, Myron.
The Cuban was undefeated in the Olympian.
All right, can I get my statement off, Myron? That's all I want to do. I don't want to do
statement.
All right, but just let me get it off then, fam. Damn, you and this goddamn cutting off shit, bro. Like, all I'm saying is Jeff Horn, Benavidez, and Kavaliauskas were the undefeated, quote-unquote, fighters that Terrence Crawford took the O from at 147. Jeff Horn, Jose Benavidez, and Egidius Kavaliauskas. Let's be real about this. Egidius Kavaliauskas was a guy who needed to prove something. Jose Benavidez was gimp leg. He came in the damn fight with a brace, and Jeff Horn is a C-level fighter, fam. Let's be real about it. Vergil Ortiz beats all of those guys. He beats them.
Okay, well, point the question to you is when did you just said Maurice Hooker was 3 years removed from 140?
Yeah, the reason I said that was because the dude been training down for a minute. He should have. The reason I said 3 years removed, he should have been moved up in weight, fam. That dude, look at his frame and size. That's what I said, Myron. That was my reasoning for saying it. You trying to go literal.
Hey, hold on real quick. Just because he should have moved up don't mean he's 3 years removed. Hold on real quick.
We got a comment from Tony Reviews. That's my brother right there. That's my bro. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Tony Reviews. He said I came in at the wrong time, laughing out loud. We just watched a 140-pound fighter wobble the shit out of Ortiz, and now he knocks out Mean Machine, laughing out loud. The Ortiz hype is real.
Tony. No way, Tony. What kind of hype do you have against with Egidius Kavaliauskas, Tony? That would be the question. And what makes Egidius Kavaliauskas? He wasn't ready for the. I can guarantee you that Vergil Ortiz is more ready for this Crawford fight than Egidius Kavaliauskas was. Period. Guarantee.
Well, I'm saying, Egidius just earned his mandatory position. So, I mean, we don't know until they fight, bro. Because I'm not debating. I'm just really having a good, conversation. I just think that is a more likable fight because we can really gauge him against Egidius. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I would love to see that fight. I don't know who will actually win yet. I just think that would be a great fight.
Crawford just said F. Spence. He not getting Pacquiao. Bob Arum don't want to pay Porter or Keith Thurman. So who the fuck is Crawford going to fight? All of these Crawford lovers hollering about Vergil ain't ready, this, that, and the third. He not getting Pacquiao.
No,
Bob don't want to pay Porter and fucking Thurman. Right? Who is he going to fight with?
His manager don't fight. Did you just say his manager said it's not going to be a good idea? Vergil Ortiz's manager, they're smart, bro. They know. Forget
about Vergil. I just asked a question about Crawford. Forget about Vergil right now. If it's no Pacquiao, if it's no Porter, if it's no Thurman, who the fuck is the dude going to fight?
They're going to figure something out, bro. That's
their
job.
Right. They're going to figure something out. But no, not Vergil. No, not Vergil. So what the hell do you people want to see Crawford do?
But you hate Crawford, man.
I don't hate Crawford. I'm asking a question about it. What do y'all want to see him do?
Hold on. Time out. All right, hold on. I got a question for Myron. Myron, listen. Like, do you think that do you feel like Vergil Ortiz is not ready for Terrence Crawford?
Fuck
And
no.
hold on, let me finish.
Everybody knows.
Before I let you speak, and do you feel that this kid is not going to be a challenge or a tough fight, for Terrence Crawford?
It will not be close, bro. Everybody, they know that. His people know that, bro. It won't be close. That's why Crawford walked up to the ring and he didn't seem super confident once he said he didn't call out Crawford. He was like, and the commentator asked him about Crawford. He's like, yo, I'll fight anybody. Spence Crawford, yeah. He know he can't be no fucking Crawford yet. He know it. But Teofimo's put a battery pack in these guys, and I thank Teofimo for that, for him to step up. But I'm saying I like Vergil Ortiz. But I'm saying, like his manager said, ain't nowhere near here. He ain't ready for no fucking Crawford. Crawford will stop that dude at 5 or less. That's plain and simple. He's one-dimensional right now. He fight a lot like Jose Ramirez do. He keeps the pressure on. He's going forward. Crawford will go pick him apart. Now, I'm just being, I'm showing, if I just would feel bad, let the fight happen. I won't be mad, but I will feel bad for Vergil Ortiz because he's going to get crushed real bad. And his people know that.
That's the same song that was sung about. That was the same song about Cassius Clay going in there with Sonny Liston. That's the same song that was sung about with Freito Benitez. That's the same song that was sung about Floyd Patterson. That's the same song that was just sung about Teofimo Lopez. What nobody does know is who's going to be that next guy to come and beat that guy that people don't believe they can beat. And that's a fact because this is the sport of boxing. So cut that shit out.
His manager don't believe it. His manager, you just said his manager said, nah, we think we don't go another way. Them motherfuckers know. He's gonna get knocked the fuck out by Crawford.
Look, you can mention all the people that you wanted to mention, but the difference is those hold on. Those names you were mentioning were proving themselves at their respective weight class. We just watched, and I like Vergil Ortiz. I think he is going to be a future champion. However, that is not today. Now, with that being said, all those guys were fighting guys at their respective weight class. We just watched a 140-pound fighter come up in his first fight, and he was piecing them up. When I saw Vergil Ortiz get fucking rocked and stumbled in the 4th round, I knew there's no way in fuck he's going to survive against Bud Crawford in any aspect. No aspect. Secondly, in that fight, there was times when Maurice Hooker let his fucking hands go and combinations, and Ortiz just froze the fuck up and was getting beat the fuck up. That's why his face was bruised the fuck up. Against a guy who had never fought at 147, who was a 140-pound fighter, who went up after, hold on, let me finish. Who went up in weight after being knocked the fuck out cold. TKO lost 2 fights ago. He just got beat by knockout 2 fights ago, wins the fight. I believe he got a TKO, good win. Then he goes up against a knockout artist. Like, anybody with any sense was already picking Maurice Hooker to get knocked out. It was a matter of time. What nobody thought was he was going to put hands on Vergil Ortiz like he did. Nobody thought that. And then hold on. I'm about to finish right here. Because I know I'm very long-winded. This is the last thing I'm going to say. Then finally, Vergil Ortiz didn't even fucking knock him out. Hooker took a knee because he broke his hand. And they've had the hospital reports coming out to prove that his hand was broken. That's why he actually took a fucking knee, because he hit him in the face. He turned around and took a knee because he broke his fucking hand. That's what stopped the fight. So he didn't even knock out a 140-pound fighter who had already been knocked out at 140 pounds.
Okay, he was going to knock him out. Tony stopped that. The dude in the corner, I was sitting there listening to the fight, bro. In the fucking corner, when Vergil Ortiz damaged him to the fucking body, he was telling Bomac he couldn't breathe. That motherfucker was protecting his body from that point. It was inevitable that he was going to be stopped. Forget about the hand, fam. Let's not sit here and even remotely act like that dude was not going to get stopped, Tony. Come on with that. Stop that.
Do you think Hooker hits as hard as Crawford at 147?
No, but this is something else I will say about Maurice Hooker. When the fuck has Maurice Hooker not been a good boxer? When the fuck does Maurice Hooker not offer freaking length and height? And then he studied with Bomac. So Bomac was working on this kid and showing him how to use that length and height, not give it up like he had been doing before. Bomac is an excellent trainer. So he did a good job. Hooker did a good job in his first fight. Let's not make it like this is what a lot of fans always do. They dismiss the opponent. So you're going to just take everything away from Hooker and just call him some 140-pound guy? Bullshit. He's a former champion for a reason. Hold up. Let me finish, Tony. You went on your rant. Let me finish. It does matter because level of competition is at play here. This is a guy who only lost to Jose Ramirez. And you said that nobody was saying, bullshit. I gave a breakdown. I said that Maurice Hooker will offer him a lot of trouble, that Vergil Ortiz will face adversity in this fight because Maurice Hooker is a boxer. He's training with Bomac. And like I was saying earlier, he's 3 years removed from 140. What I meant by that is that he should have been moved up. This dude has the size and frame, which means when he stops draining down, he's going to be more aware, stronger. Punch resistance is going to be better. I'm going to say it again. Punch resistance is going to be better, right? Which is why he was able to absorb more shots up top to the face because he was really hurt to the body. But he was absorbing shots up top because the punch resistance was better. He wasn't draining down. This is a former champion that can box. He wasn't supposed to just walk through that goddamn fight. This is not just some 140-pounder.
You know what? And I'll bring up your boy. Tio fought Lomachenko. He just wasn't some 135-pounder. But at the end of the day, the bigger size plays a factor. There is a reason for weight classes. There's always been a reason for weight classes, and people don't want
and Mo should have been at 147, Tony.
People do not want to acknowledge the fact that fucking weight matters and size matters at the end of the day. It's not a movie. This is real fucking life. In real fucking life, size matters. The fact is, the guy got sparked out at 140. He came up to 147 against a knockout artist, and he was absorbing everything that knockout artist could hit him with. A guy, like I said, who was just the fuck knocked out at 140. And you telling me that you believe he's going to be punch resistance against Terrence Bud Crawford? Get the fuck out of here.
Tony, he was getting knocked out, Tony. Tony, you acting crazy. He was going to be knocked out, man.
Hold on, Tony.
Acting crazy right now.
Hold on, Tony. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, Tony. Let me tell you something, Tony. Let me tell you something, Tony. God dang, bro. Calm down over there, bro. For real. Let me tell you something. Nah, I'm just playing.
Here's another thing. Hold on, Tony.
Y'all cooking right now, man. Y'all cooking, man. I'm gonna let y'all cook, man.
Andrew, Tony come up here like somebody on this panel, even Jaleel, never pick Crawford to lose. Ain't nobody pick Crawford to lose up here.
Hey, listen, man.
Like somebody up here said Vergil gonna win this fight. Ain't nobody
said that. I'm gonna say this though, man. I'm gonna just say this though, like. The kid, man, like the kid showed me something, you know, and I'm just keeping it real. And the kid, I got some echo. Somebody echo. Hold on. I got some echo.
I'm muted.
Okay. All right. Just okay. I think it's gone. Okay, it's gone now. Like, listen, man, you know, based on what I observed from this kid, what I saw from this kid, you know, this kid is going to be able, man. I'm telling you, he's got room to evolve, grow in some areas, right? This kid is dangerous, bro. I look at how he's very good at mixing up his punches. He throw mean combinations. Very good at working off the jab. Yes, when against certain styles, against certain fighters, you might want to perfect your defense because you can't get hit too many big shots coming from fighters like you know, Earl Spence Jr. or Terrence Crawford, you know, so you might want to perfect on moving your head, you know, a little better, you know, and you know your defense, you know, being defensive a little better, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I look at, but at the end of the day, I just look at how this guy is very smart at putting his punches together. You know, he's very accurate. Is going to the body, back up to the head, body. Very dangerous on fighting on the inside. You know what I mean? I see the hand speed. I see the power. I see the accuracy. I see the great timing. I just see him just being one of those dominant fighters. Similarities. He has the similarities is like a Canelo Alvarez in a way.
I see a fucking knockout.
Hold on, bro. So,
Yo, I got a question.
Hold on.
After you finish, I got a question. Go ahead.
Okay, but at the end of the day, certain styles is going. Of course, it's going to certain styles. He gonna go up against. Pretty much in the welterweight division. Like if he was to ever went up against a Sean Porter and things like that. Yeah, we're going to see different fights because we know that these guys are elite level fighters, man. We know what these guys are able to do. We know that these guys have experience. We know that these guys are veterans. We know that these guys are crafty fighters. We know that these guys are, and they've been in tough fights. You know what I mean? They have fought. They fighting each other. We see what they was able to do against other top level fighters. So, but I just feel like Vergil was right there, man. Even at where he's at right now in his career, I feel he's right there, and I just feel like it's going to be tough fights. It's going to be challenging fights, but I believe he will challenge these guys, man. Honestly, whether he win or lose. Hold on, whether he win or lose. Yes, I see how Crawford. And I'm gonna just be real with you. I see how Crawford beats Vergil Ortiz, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be easy, man. It's not. Hold on, and I see. And it goes for any other top 10 fighters or top 5. You know what I mean? So, like, we can't. I'm not taking nothing away from this kid, man. I know what I see in this kid. I know what this kid possesses, and yes, we need to see him, against top 10 welterweight, to determine where he's at. But at the end of the day, I don't take nothing away from Maurice Hooker, former champion, and at the end of the day, the guy's very fundamentally sound, very skilled fighter. And the thing is, when he really wasn't really, he was a big ass 140 pounder. I mean, the walk around weight of this guy. You know what I'm saying? The walk around weight of this guy, 5'11", long reach. You know what I mean? The walk around weight. You know what I mean? So it was just only a matter of time this guy was going to end up, moving up to 147 anyways. He's a big ass 140 pounder. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day. So, but I'm not looking at all that. I looked at based on skill, based on what these fighters was able to do in the ring. And I feel like Maurice Hooker was the first true test for whether people want to agree or not. But you can say, not at 147. But at the end of the day, you can honestly say, like, overall, that it still was a test, a true test for this kid. It was a challenge for this kid.
I agree, but Andrew, this is my only thing. Hold on one second, because this is gonna be real short. This is the only thing. Like, I like Vergil Ortiz. I like him as a fighter, and like I said when I first started, I believe he could be a champion one day. The thing that I don't like is so many people are trying to push him into Crawford right now, and the thing is, I have seen too many guys like Ortiz who are knockout artists, knock out every single dude they fight. Then they get that ass whooping put on them, and they never fucking recover. The knockout to him, the knockout that Crawford could do to him, he may never be the same fighter again because they put him in there with somebody he doesn't.
That's what I said earlier. Right.
That's my only concern. I think they'll ruin him. I think he will be ruined as a fighter by how bad he get that ass whooped.
Right. Okay. That's exactly what I said earlier. That's exactly. Y'all heard me say that earlier. I would feel that would be child abuse. I'm in there with Crawford right now. That literally
that's complete
definition. Let me finish. Let me get my question. That would be freaking child abuse. But here's the question. 2, you, D. Jefferson, and you, Andrew Tucker. If they was to make that fight right now, or say with next 3 months, 4 months from now, what are you guys' prediction for that fight between Crawford and Vergil Ortiz? Give me your prediction like we always do.
I already told Tony when he came up here on fire like somebody was picking Vergil to win. Ain't nobody was picking Vergil to win.
I said, give me how did the fight play out? Give me your prediction.
To tell you the truth, I would have to really look at that fight. I would pick Crawford to win, but I don't even know by stoppage or by decision. And the reason is because listen, man, I'm not all fucking Crawford drunk like a lot of these people. He didn't stop fucking Postol. He barely fucking stopped a gimp leg fucking Jose Benavidez. And if you think that I'm putting a gimp leg Jose Benavidez over this young fucking lion, Vergil Ortiz, cancel that, fam.
What's your prediction? What's your prediction?
I don't know. Crawford wins, but I don't know if it's by decision or if he could get a late stoppage. But I'm not doing no automatic stoppage like all of these people that's drunk off of this Crawford nonsense. Because he's guys. Come on, I'm not drunk, fam. Period. I'm not drunk off of it. I'm not.
You watch Vergil Ortiz quite a bit, and you watch enough of Crawford, so you can't even give a prediction after all the fights you've seen him vote.
I said Crawford wins, Myron. Are you deaf? I just said he wins. Yeah. I can't give you by decision or stoppage, but Crawford wins. What's wrong with you, dude?
Right. Okay, so Andrew, what's yours?
Hold on, Myron, hold on. Let me just talk to D real fast. So D, what we can go by is your logic that you said earlier with Maurice Hooker. He looked like he was weight draining himself. Now he could be more punch resistant, stronger, better at 147. What have we seen with Bud Crawford since he's moved up? He stopped every single person at 147 that he's fought. By your own logic you used earlier is the perfect bill that fits Terrence Crawford.
Tony negative, because everybody trashes Wilder because of stoppages, but not the level of competition. And it's the same for fucking Crawford, whether you want to nut hug him or not. The level of competition of the guys that he has stopped at 147 has not been top guys, period. I don't want to hear it. He stopped guys at 147, but it's not been the top. But when we talk about Wilder, he's only stopping guys. They're not the top level fighters, but now we're going to give Crawford all of the fucking credit in the world. Look,
you sound like the LDBC right now, D. Jeff.
Stop that shit, Myron. I'm trying to be serious here. The only thing is this: we can say that Crawford stopped these guys. True. We can say that he showed that his power transition is true. But these guys may have ducked him and not been there. These guys at the PNBC, but the facts are he has not fought the top guys yet. So we can't say he's just going to knock guys out. He's done this to Gimp Legs, Amir Khan's chinny guys, Brooke, who was drained down, Jeff Horn, who's a C-level fighter. These are the guys that he stopped. Let's be honest about it.
Hold on real quick, though. I'm going to say this, though. I'm going to say this, D. Now, Cal Brook, I'm going to just say this when it comes to Cal Brook's situation. Now, Cal Brook admitted himself. Now, he was coming off 2 wins at 154 and had more than enough time to make the weight at 147. So I'm not going to use that as an excuse, as drained and all that there, because Cal Brook stated himself that he felt that he was in great shape. He felt better than he ever felt before. You know what I mean? So this is coming from him. I'm just saying, D. I'm not trying to.
Fuck Cal Brook, because here's the reality of it, fam. Look, come on, let's keep it a bean. The nigga had problem getting down to 147 3 years ago when he fought Spence, and those are facts. He's been at 154 for 3 years and only 3 fights. That means
because he came from 160 fighting Golovkin.
Stop that dumb shit. That means he's been.
That's because he came from 160 fighting Golovkin.
Stop the dumb shit. That means
that's not dumb shit. That's not. He came from 160 fighting Golovkin and went down to 147.
Hello, Myron. Before you cook, Myron, let D finish, man. Let him. Yeah, let him finish. Let him finish.
Go ahead and say your position. You do the same shit.
Stop being the dumb shit.
Let him finish. Let him finish, Myron. Let D finish, bro.
Let him finish. He's trying. Go ahead.
There we go, bro. Myron, why don't you stop being a little kid, fam? Let's be a man. Let's be man up here. Let's be man, Myron. Let's be man for real. Okay, so this is all I'm saying.
Stop crying. Go ahead.
Right, there it is, bro. Come on, bro. Stop being a dumbass.
Say your point. Say your point, bro.
Because you keep talking, fam. Like, seriously, bro. You going to keep playing or you going to let me talk?
Oh, my God. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Now, at 147, fam. Fuck the goddamn GGG thing. He came down to 147. He was having problems before GGG. Like, we cannot use GGG. The dude was having problems making weight before GGG. Then he had problems 3 years ago. He was inactive at 154 for 3 years. Only 3 fights in 3 years. You think an older Cal Brook not going to drain down at 147? He was drained, fam. Kell Brook was a durable fighter back in the day. No fucking way a plank jab like that is gonna lay him down, get him hurt like that. He had two
How you know?
fractures. Come on, Myron. Come on, stop with the dumb shit. Here you go again. He had two
I'm not
fractures.
dumb.
I said stop.
Look.
The dumb shit is cutting me off. I'm not talking about what you're saying. I'm talking about to keep cutting me off. That's the dumb shit. Not what you're saying, fam. So stop cutting me off.
This is the interactive conversation, though.
It's not interactive when the host just asked you to let me finish, fam. It's being rude. It's not interactive. You being rude. Come on, bro. Like, come on, let's be men.
Oh, God. We're men. Stop crying. Go ahead.
All right, nobody crying. You just keep talking, fam. Like, let's be men about it. Let's be mature right now. Wow. So all I'm saying is this, bro. It's just this simple. The dude was drained, fam. It's not an excuse. Fuck what Kell Brook says. No fighter's going to sit there and admit that he has issues going into a fight. You're giving the other team information. Of course, he's going to. Lomachenko said he was 100% healthy after the damn fight with Teofimo. He needed shoulder surgery, right? Like, nobody's going to admit their injuries going into a fight or their defaults going into a fight. Fact is, that dude was drained, fam.
I mean, I agree with D in the aspect of I believe Kell Brook was weight drain going into that fight against Crawford. I was saying that before they fought that I didn't think he could make 147 and be healthy. And to me, he looked emaciated in the face at the weigh-ins. But here's what I want to say though. Going back though, full circle, like Terrence Crawford fought Jeff Horn, who had just fought Manny Pacquiao. Now, regardless if you feel like Manny Pacquiao beat Jeff Horn or not, it was still a fucking fight. Yes, Manny had moments to where he looked like he was going to put Horn away, but there was moments where Horn was beating up on Manny and manhandling him. However, when Crawford got in there with Jeff Horn, and I'm just talking about him being a C-level fighter, because obviously he wasn't if he held his own against Manny, who beat Keith Thurman. But who just beat Keith Thurman 2 years ago.
That's
My point is this. When Crawford got in there with Jeff Horn, he treated him like he was a fucking baby. Like, Jeff Horn looked like a child going in there against a grown man. He got manhandled. With Amir Khan, who you brought up, yes, everybody knows he's chinny. But the one thing about Amir Khan is, before he's been knocked out, he's outboxed every single person he's fought, including Canelo. He was outboxing the shit of Canelo before Canelo laid him the fuck out. However, when he got in there with Crawford, Crawford beat the fucking fight out of him. It's the first time we've ever seen Amir Khan outboxed. So that shows you how skillful Crawford is. Now, whenever you bring up Mean Machine, yes, he's newer at the welterweight division, but he's still a fucking amazing amateur fighter, and nobody else has beat him but Crawford. So I would say that Mean Machine very well could be up there with the Sean Porters and all of them. He just hasn't been in there with them for us to truly know. But I mean, I just believe Crawford is that good that he makes these other fighters not look that good like Mayweather did. How Mayweather made good fighters look bad, that's what Crawford appears to do to fighters. He just makes them look bad because he's better.
Those fighters weren't looking good before they got in the ring with him, Tony. This is the shit I'm talking about, bro. Benavidez was fucking on a long fucking layoff. Jeff Horn and the Manny Pacquiao situation. Tony, you just talked to us about size. The dude was a 160-pounder fucking bully in Manny. They wouldn't fuck the referee. Come on, the officiating, Tony. You know boxing. You seen the malarkey going on in that fight. Point, I know, but this is what I'm saying though. So we can't listen. Crawford has a reach longer than Jamal Charlo. He's way taller than Manny Pacquiao. He had the dimensions to deal with Jeff Horn and that nonsense. When Jeff Horn tried to grab Crawford, he slung his ass, fam. He slung him, so you couldn't.
That was my point.
But my point was he didn't box Manny. He bullied and muscled him. It wasn't his boxing acumen why he had success with Manny. It wasn't his boxing acumen at all.
Yeah, but bullying is also an aspect of fighting. I mean,
a fight is a fight.
Hold on, Myra. Look at Chisora here recently against Usyk. He tried to do the same thing against Usyk, but the difference in Manny and Usyk was good enough to outdo the wrestling. He was good enough to get around somebody manhandling him and holding him and trying to hit him while he held him. Usyk beat that. Manny could not overcome that, even though he had Jeff Horn hurt. There was still a lot of times, like you said, he was getting manhandled. But like you just said, Crawford was slinging him around like a little baby. And
Let
I'm
me
just
ask you
saying
something
that,
honestly, Tony.
that
How long do
when
you?
you look
Let me
at
ask
it,
you one question honestly, Tony. How
go
long
ahead.
do you? Vergil Ortiz versus Jose Benavidez. What happens?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. All right. I'm done then.
No, there's no. I'm being honest because when I saw
What do you think happened,
hold on, like I said, when I saw Maurice Hooker stop him dead in his fucking tracks in the fourth round and make his ass stumble and do a two-step, something that I didn't think Hooker would be able to do to him. When I saw Hooker actually letting his fucking hands fly and Ortiz was freezing up like a deer in headlights, just getting popped, I really do not know how. At this point, I do not know how good he is when you push him up high at 147. Not bringing guys up, but when you fight him as somebody his own natural weight, I think he should be fighting somebody like Boots. I think that's more lines of where he's at right now, competition-wise.
Okay, now the same example we use, if we don't want to give Kell Brook as a credible win for Terrence Crawford against top competition, we also, because of wagering and all that, then in the same return, then this Vergil Ortiz fight versus Hooker don't count as well. For the same reasons that you stated before, that he's been 3 years removed because he should have been up. The same reasons that Andrew Tucker is. He's 5'11". It's all gravy. He's 5'11", all that. But if you look at his body, the man is very, 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 very slender. He's 5'11". Yes, he was 140 because his body may be one of those bodies he can't maintain or hold no weight. He is skinny, dude. He's already skin and bones talking about Maurice Hooker. Fighting down at 140. That's the only way he
was
could
not
be.
skinny, man. Stop that nonsense.
Maurice Hooker's not skinny?
Do you know what he cut down from? Myron, cut it out, fam.
No, you cut it out. So why you cut me off? See, that's a hypocrite. That's what you do. So Maurice Hooker does not have no body, dude. Are you serious looking at Maurice Hooker look at him at 5'11", or wherever tall he was, and put him beside Vergil Ortiz, and can't tell me Vergil Ortiz was much thicker than Maurice Hooker? You gotta be blind. You smoke a lot of weed. I know you don't got cataracts, though. I know you see how skinny Maurice Hooker is. Is he not skinny? Yes. Maurice Hooker is one of the most slender, skinniest fighters out there. Show me another fighter skinnier than Maurice Hooker, around 140 and 147. Point out another one.
I mean, I don't understand where you're going with him being skinny. Like,
what I'm saying is, if D is talking about he was weight, he should have been moved up 3 years removed. He said he should have been 3 years removed. Right?
Much love and respect.
3 years. Let me finish. I'm answering this question.
Much love and respect. Hold on real quick, man. I just want to say much respect to 1-2 kid, man. Appreciate it. He said, what's up, people? You know what I'm saying? 1-2-3 kid, 1-2 kid in the building. All right, go ahead, D. You want to show something? All right, let's put it up.
It's me finishing up. I'm answering Tony's question. D is saying that Kell Brook is not a credible win because he was wagering. He had the hardest time fighting. Yeah, look at that body. Had the hardest time making weight at 147. Well, my point is that Maurice Hooker, and then D earlier said he's 3 years removed from 140. D said Maurice Hooker, even though he fought last two, he's 3 years removed from 140 because he should have been moved up because he's been weight drained all this time. Now, why isn't he weight drained at 147 then with his dimension? And then my point is because his body is. My point is, see, why you cut off? See, why you be a man? Be a man, D. Come on, we're men here, D. We're men here. All right, I'm using your shit. We're men here. What I'm saying is look at his body. Look at his body. His body is probably barely at 147. This is not a big dude, is what I'm saying. Look at his arms. Look at the dimensions of his body. He's not a very big dude. He's a very slender guy. I don't think he could probably move up to how big you think he can move up in weight with this body and carry really significant power.
I'm just waiting for you to finish talking, fam. I'm not answering no one question.
Look at him. Look at his shoulders. That's a small dude.
Right. Look at
But
who
you
got
think he?
a
But you
wider
think?
shoulder frame. Who
But
got
you
a
said
wider
D.
shoulder frame?
D.
Who
The
got a
point
wider
is, why you
shoulder
cut me
frame?
off? See, be a man, D. We're men
You
here.
just asked
Come
me a
on
question.
now. Let me finish my point. So you say he's 3 years removed from 140. Then what weight should he be fighting at then?
147, fool. And how do you drain weight going up in weight? He's drained by going up. How would he be drained by going up?
You just say he couldn't took the body. You say earlier, if you don't remember, you say the body blow, the punishment he was taking because he's been fighting at 140 for a long time.
Earlier, I said he was able to endure more punishment because he had more punch resistance. What the
in
fuck
the
are you
face?
talking about?
Yeah, but you was equating to weight drain, but he couldn't take it to the body, right?
Listen, Myron, I said he had more punch resistance because he wasn't weight drained. What are you talking about, dude? What was you hearing? That's exactly what I said. Look, Tony's a boxer. Tony, am I wrong or right about this? When you don't drain, when you don't cut down, you have generally more punch resistance. Is that a fair statement, Tony?
But he got
yes.
Did he get
That's
stopped
all
early?
I said,
Did he?
Myron. That's all I said. Jesus
No.
Christ, what are you going on about?
Hold on. Just for anybody else listening, I answered that, then y'all two can go back at it. But yes, it's somebody who used to take 30 pounds off to fight and then come back in about 20, 25 pounds heavier by fight night within 24 hours. Yes. Cutting weight.
My thing's on his frame. Look at his frame. He can't put on that much weight.
Myron, he walks around at 170, dude. What is wrong with you?
But anyways, yes, the more weight you take off of your body, the weaker you're gonna feel, and that not being able to take as much damage because your body's weaker. So yes, it can affect you if you're weight drained.
He walks around at 170, Myron. 147 he's still cutting 23 pounds in weight, fam. Like I don't understand.
The dude doesn't have much muscle mass. He's a very skinny dude.
All right, that's fine.
Look at him. He's skinnier
whatever,
than he's skinnier
so
than
is Sebastian Fundora. He's skinny.
He's skinnier than Tommy Hearns was.
So I mean, what is it? So Gary Cully is way skinnier and way more slender than freaking Maurice Hooker, and he just laid. I forgot the dude's name the other day. So skinny doesn't matter, fam. Like these guys are bigger than the weight. He's still cutting weight. The reason I said that he was supposed to move up.
Is this a credible win for Vargas? Is this his first fight at 147?
It's a credible win to me. I said it was a credible win before Hooker went in there because Hooker's a former champion.
But Kell Brook's not a credible win for Crawford.
Because I didn't say Kell Brook wasn't a credible win. I said Crawford gets minimal credit for Kell Brook. I never said he wasn't credible. I said
you gotta have the same energy.
Myron, I already said Crawford gets. No one ever said Crawford didn't get credit. That wasn't never the argument. Nobody didn't discredit Crawford for Kell Brook win. What are you talking about?
You just made a whole spiel the whole spiel that he's been trying to had a hard time making 147 for like 5 minutes ago, dude.
I said that Kell Brook was drained. Tony Reviews agrees he was drained. That's not saying that Crawford gets no credit. You're making an argument that's not there, fam. The man was drained. That's what I said. He was drained.
The man himself didn't say he was drained. So how you gonna say he was?
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
Exactly. My question.
Hold on real quick. I just want to say this. I got a question for you, Myron. Who do you want to see the kid fight? You know, that you believe could be I
already answered that question.
Hold on. If it's not Terrence Crawford,
Mean Machine.
Who you say? Okay, so you say Mean Machine. How do you see that fight going? If the kid was to go up against Kavaliauskas, how do you see that fight going?
Right now, 50-50 from what I've seen of both.
What about you, Tony?
I don't know. I know people are gonna base Kavaliauskas off of Terrence Crawford, but you gotta understand, he was giving Terrence a lot of fucking issues early in that fight. Truth be told, he dropped Terrence. I don't know if Ortiz is ready for that because, like I said, the difference in me is hold on, let me finish. The difference is he has a very, 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 very deep amateur background. So experience-wise, I'm not saying Ortiz could not beat him. I'm just saying it would be very difficult for him if he fought him next, because it's just it's a big difference in experience, in my opinion.
Okay,
Andrew,
cool.
Tucker,
Okay, cool. Stop right there.
You didn't answer my question, Andrew.
I'm gonna answer your question after I finish saying what I'm about to say. So check this out. So if the kid, say for instance that fight was if that fight was to take place, right? If that fight was to be announced, kid get in the ring, and it'd be one of the best fights that we've seen in a long time. One of the best fights, right? And the kid end up stopping Kavaliauskas. How will y'all give him credit for that victory?
Yeah, I would.
Of course.
If he could go in there and if he could think on, because the thing about Kavaliauskas is he's going to try to catch him with counter shots. Like he's going to try to counter punch him very well. And if Ortiz can outthink him and not get set up in traps and even go as far as to knock him out, hell yeah, I would give him all the credit in the world. And if he could do that, then we could have a conversation about a Terrence Crawford or Earl Spence or Sean Porter or Ugas, somebody on that level. But for me, it would take something like that for me to think that he's ready, because at the moment, I just don't think he is. And I don't think he would knock out Kavaliauskas if it was his next fight.
To me, I don't agree with that, because I don't see Kavaliauskas being no higher than Orozco or Brad Solomon when Vergil fought them. Those guys were just as much proven in this division as Kavaliauskas. What makes Kavaliauskas so great?
Nobody say it was great.
He want more proven than those guys. He can't be a litmus test. Why should he have to beat Kavaliauskas? He already beat guys on Kavaliauskas' level. It don't have to be Kavaliauskas. Vergil has already beat guys on Kavaliauskas' level.
Okay, the question still is Vergil the number one contender for Crawford yet in the WBO? Where's he ranked in the WBO?
Is it Sean Porter?
Where I don't even think Vergil Ortiz is. Where's he ranked in any of the rankings with the belts? Some of them he's not even ranked in the top 5. I don't think
he's number 2. Number 2. He's number 2.
He's number 2. Okay, yeah, he's number 2.
In what? In which one?
For Terrence Crawford's belt, he's number 2.
Sean is number 1.
Sean Porter's number 1, and then Ortiz is right behind him. And Ortiz could actually bypass him if Sean Porter doesn't invoke his mandatory, which he hasn't done yet.
And so your boy is a top-ranked fighter.
Yes, he's been a contender, bro. He's no fucking prospect.
No, I said a top-ranked fighter. Top-ranked.
He's top-ranked, and he's been top-ranked and in contention. And it wasn't just this fight that put him there. He's been in the top ranks. He's been ranked top fighter. They're
not fighting then.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Y'all right. Sean Porter's number 1, Ortiz number 2, Garcia is number 3, Clayton is 4, Kavaliauskas is 5, and etc.
He's ranked higher than Kavaliauskas, but he got to fight Kavaliauskas to prove it. Man, get out of here with that, bro.
Right.
Come on, it's still politics, bro. But the thing is, that says a whole lot. They're not going to fight no time soon. They're not going to fight no time soon because he's a top-ranked fighter. They're not going to ruin that prospect. So we all talking is all in vain. Anyway.
And I can agree with you. And I can agree with you on that because I know how they move. I know how they operate. I know how
they're not going to fight.
I can agree with you on that. But the thing is this, I feel that it only makes sense as far as for Terrence Crawford to fight Sean Porter next, right? Porter fight him. So it only makes sense that he fights that number 1, that the guy that's next up, right? So in the WBO rankings. So I feel that is a fight that most definitely, that I want to see for Terrence Crawford, because Earl Spence Jr. I don't really want to go there. Man. But we know the politics. We know the business side of boxing. We know the politics. We know all of that there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to get into all that, but all I know is that I'm cool with the Porter fight for Terrence. Now, as far as Vergil Ortiz, right? I'm okay with Vergil Ortiz. I feel that he I have seen enough from the kid, right? The kid still has in some areas some room to make some adjustments to his add some adjustments to his game. But the guy is dangerous, and I believe he can compete. And I'm just stay right here in the WBO. I feel that he can compete with these guys. I feel that he's he's skilled enough and dangerous enough to compete with Mikey Garcia, okay, a Sean Porter, okay, a Kavalaskis, okay, and even a Terrence Crawford. I'm not saying that he beat these guys, but I am saying that he will be able to challenge and compete with these guys. This kid is just not, just listen to me. Do not cut me off. This kid is just not no fighter that these guys are going to run over. Not going to happen. I think I need y'all to pay attention to how this guy fights. I need you to do film study. Pay attention. Look at what this guy is able to do. I look at the strengths and weakness of a fighter. Okay? I look at what a fighter does well. I look at what he lacks. I look what he doesn't. I look at what he needs room to grow, areas he need to grow in. And I look at what he does very well. Okay? And all I'm saying is that the fight, this recent fight against Maurice Hooker was not an easy fight for him. It was his first step-up fight. I don't give a damn if it was a guy coming from 140 to 147 and that guy already walking around 170, 168, 170, 5'11". The guy was already 147 pounds and bigger. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, well, no, he fought a 140-pounder that moved up to 147. I'm not making those excuses. I'm throw that out the window. That was his first step-up fight. Maurice Hooker, the former champion, very skilled, solid fighter, was his first step-up fight. Okay? And I'm telling you, I look at what a fighter can do, and style make fights, and I'm telling you, this kid would be a tough fight for any fighter, for every fighter, I believe, in the top 10. Now, it's yet to be seen, right? But we all got to wait until these fighters step in the ring to determine what's going to really take place and what's going to really happen. Because we can be speculating. We can have opinions. Oh, this fighter is going to win. That fighter is going to win. Oh, no, this fighter is a better fighter than this fighter. It's just all opinion and speculation, right? Based on the performances, and it's also based on the opponents they have faced, right? So what if they was to happen to step in the ring and we witness a really good, very, very good, close fight, right? You know, because at the end of the day, I look at certain opponents that may have went up against this fighter, and I'm saying that this guy can probably do a little better than that guy, than that other guy, Velasquez guy. He can do a little better. He can really make this fighter dig down deep and bring out the best in him, even as an experienced veteran. You know, even accomplishing what he's accomplished. I'm not saying the kid beats these fighters. I'm not saying that this kid beats Terrence Crawford. But I'm saying that it's going to be competitive. It's going to be a challenge. Terrence Crawford is not going to easily run over this kid. It's not going to. I don't see it that way. Y'all go ahead, man. But I'm finna end this. I'm finna end this in a few minutes, man. But y'all go ahead and cook. I know y'all got it. Y'all wanna touch up on what I just said.
I think Terrence Crawford wins, bro. Like again, I don't think anybody had the idea that Vergil goes in here and beats him.
No. Yeah,
Yeah, I just think that to feel like Vergil has no chance or Crawford will walk through him, I'm just not so certain of that. The same way we can't say that, you know, we don't know about Vergil and Velasquez. We don't have any more information about Crawford and Vergil because Vergil's not Velasquez. I think that he beats Velasquez pretty comfortably. If he goes in there and beats Velasquez pretty comfortably, the only thing y'all gonna do is change your mind. Oh, I guess Vergil has a chance.
I think I think that's a good fight for him. But honestly, I would not be surprised if he end up stopping them within the 7th to 8th round. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he stopped him in the same amount of time Crawford did or earlier.
I'm just gonna say that I like Vergil. I think he's gonna be good, but my opinion has not moved. It has not budged. If you put him in there with Terrence, I think he gets dog walked. If you put him in there against Cal Velasquez, I think he may be able to win, but I think 9 times out of 10, I think Cal Velasquez can stop him. In all honesty, if they were to fight next, now if they were to fight in like 2 years from now, probably Ortiz stops him or wins comfortably. But at this very moment, seeing his punch resistance against Hooker, I am not confident that he can take those counter shots. I really am not. I think if he does the stanky leg on Cal Velasquez will stop him. So I would like to see the fight. I think that's the type of fights he should be fighting. Like I said, like a Boots, a Cal Velasquez. I could even see him going in there with a Danny Garcia. But when you start getting to like Porter, Spence, Pacquiao, Thurman, he may do good against a Mikey Garcia. Like that might be a good fight for him. Mikey Garcia's got a big name. He's not the biggest threat at 147, but if he beats him, it brings him a lot of notoriety because Mikey's got so many fans.
Oh, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Mikey is a very tough fight for that kid. Trust me. Well, no. And I'm just looking at, and I'm not just saying this because Mikey is a multi-division champion. I'm not just saying that, and because Mikey had been in there against some very tough opponents. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying that. I'm saying based off Mikey's last performance, bro, Mikey showed me that he is still, and people can say, well, it was against Jesse Vargas and all that, the gatekeeper, all that nonsense. Okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, Mikey showed me that he still can compete. He still can compete at that weight class. You know what I mean? Now you can't just look at
like
right. Hold on.
Level I think he should be aiming for right there.
Right. I'm just saying he still can compete. Mikey's still a challenge, and I think yes, a fight like a Mikey Garcia is a fight, a true test, a true challenge, and true test for that kid. Because Mikey, bro, we know what Mikey can do. You know what I mean? Mikey only came up short in one fight that was against the bigger welterweight. A real big welterweight, a guy that can, that can punch, that can fight, that can box, like in Errol Spence Jr. So he only came up short, just only one fight. He only had one L on his record, bro, against the bigger guy that can actually box. So, but at the end of the day, Mikey was able to recover, bounce back in a comeback fight, and came close to stopping Jesse Vargas. You know what I mean? So yes, Mikey is still. He's at 147. Mikey can most definitely challenge that kid and test that kid, and that kid can pass that type of test. That's going to show me a whole lot. It's going to tell me a lot too.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I brought him up. That's why I said his name. I think, but what I'm saying is, I think those are along the lines of the guys that he needs to be aiming for, because I feel like if he jumps in there with Bud, it's just too soon, and he's gonna get stopped.
Yeah, I disagree, bro. I disagree. It was too soon for Canelo to jump in there with Floyd, but he did it, and it made him great. I don't think Vergil Ortiz, if he had the chance to go to Crawford, I think he should take the fight right now, because with all the politics and the bullshit in sports, in boxing, win, lose, or draw, if he got that opportunity, I would say take it right now. You know what could happen. He could put Crawford on stinky leg, just like little old Gamboa did, and mess around and get the stoppage. Then everybody will be sitting there with their mouth.
Oh boy, dang! D, did you have to go there? D had to go there. Oh, D had to go there.
Everybody will be sitting there with their mouth.
Oh, D had to go. D, whoa,
that could happen. So he turned out the fight. He got the opportunity. Don't turn it down.
D, dang, D, did you have to go there?
Wait, but here's the problem. When Gamboa did that, he was still undefeated. He was looked at as the next best thing when Crawford fought him. Crawford's the one that gave him his first loss. It's just like people like to shit on Ndongo. Hold on. It's just like Ndongo, who Crawford also gave him his first loss. Crawford has stopped a lot of dudes who were undefeated, who were supposed to be the next best, and they don't ever look like they truly recover from his losses.
That was my point earlier.
Ndongo was never considered to be the best, and as a matter of fact, he was 34 years old on the freaking decline when he fought Crawford. So, I get you with Gamboa, but when Ndongo killed that, and he just got demolished, absolutely demolished in his last fight. This dude was never elite. He was never considered anything more than a B-minus level fighter, and he was the worst two-belt champion Crawford could have ever fought to clean that up. So let's not try to pump up Ndongo because you know he wasn't even all that, Tony. Stop.
Tucker, look up Ndongo's record. He was undefeated with like 20-plus wins.
Against who, Tony? Against who? Tony, I know about Ndongo. Against who?
Don't cut the man off, D. We're men here.
I mean, you can even look up articles about Ndongo. There was
Ndongo was not fighting anyone, Tony. He was a weak champion.
When Ndongo was undefeated and he fought Crawford, there was fucking boxing. There's articles all over the internet about how
because he was beating up guys in Mubambwe. Because he was beating up guys in Mubambwe? That's why? Come on, stop that, Tony. Stop that.
Look, D, it's no different than your boy. Well, I shouldn't say your boy because I like him. It's no different than Ortiz. He had the same hype built around him that Ortiz does right now, and then he got that ass stopped by Crawford, and he never fucking recovered.
Brad Solomon and Orozco and Vargas is way better. So stop that. They're good names. The dude's moving up the right way. He wasn't a domestic level guy like Ndongo who came over here and beat up a couple of weak fighters who got his titles in vacant fights, and that's how Crawford got it. Let's tell the whole context, fam. Ndongo was not a solid champion at all. He was not. That's the facts, fam. And you can do the research yourself. The dude was not a solid champion. He was he was probably one of the weakest, do the research, one of the weakest unified champions in fucking boxing history. And that's the facts about Ndongo. Come on with this.
Because Crawford beat the living shit out of him.
No, it's not about Crawford. It's not about Crawford here. It's about Ndongo.
It's about both.
So many analysts who said he was going to be the next thing. He was supposed to be the next dude. He was supposed to be that dude. Then he
I don't remember that, Tony. I'm 45 years old. I've been watching.
Same old spiel, right?
I do not remember him being talked about like that. Come on.
How will you fix the time?
It's just like, let me tell you something. It'd be no different. It'd be no different than if Vergil Ortiz gets in there with Crawford next. This is fucking ass stomped. Hold on, let me just get his ass stomped, and then he never recovers. He just starts losing after that. Nobody will remember Ortiz done yet. At least Ndongo was.
Tony, that's all assumptions, man. You don't know if this kid loses, he's just gonna be out of it. You making crazy speculation there, man.
You making a speculation think he's going to compete with Crawford?
I do not know Ortiz loses.
There's a speculation here.
Better like Canelo, like you said. But there's always the possibility that he doesn't get over the loss and he never recovers from it. And if that happens, he would be no different than Ndongo. He would be this guy that everybody's hyping up. And in 5 years from now, somebody's going to be like, well, Ortiz was never shit. He was never that good. He never fought nobody. But meanwhile, right now, today, people are hyping the fuck out of him. The same hold on, let me finish. The same thing was going on with Ndongo back then when Crawford fought him. Period.
No, Ndongo was not hyped, not on my block, not on the people I was talking to. Tony, the dude was not hyped, bro. I don't know where you getting this Ndongo being hyped up from. He was never hyped. Okay, look, maybe the casuals he was hyped, Tony. But to anybody that knew about boxing, no way was this dude hyped. He was a domestic level fucking fighter, fam. B level at best. At best. It's not like after Crawford ruined Ndongo. Ndongo wasn't shit before Crawford. He never fought anyone, and he wasn't shit after Crawford.
All right, D. I'm not arguing.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was, from what I see, or when it comes to his box rec, he was fighting dudes from another country, right?
Yeah, fighting over another country. What I told Tony.
Right. So he's fighting in different countries as well, and then I can see that he also got one of his biggest wins, against Ricky Burns. I mean, most definitely, and I was over in the UK. Yeah. So
you said he fought nobody though, D.
Ricky Burns was a domestic level fighter, you idiot. UK domestic level. So he beat a good domestic level
You
fighter.
just say he fought nobody, but now you saying Ricky Burns was a good fighter. You sound like the fucking idiot.
Okay, whatever. So what was
You
Ricky
just said
Burns
that. You just say he fought nobody. Andrew Tucker just said he fought Ricky Burns. And then you just retracted and said, okay, no, Ricky Burns was good. Ricky Burns. Come on, D. You contradict yourself all the time, idiot.
Myron, well, tell us what Ricky Burns is then. What was Ricky Burns, Myron? Break it down.
No, just keep on. Let Andrew keep reading the list for you to say, oh, he was a good fighter. Oh, no, he was a good fighter. Andrew, keep going down the box track, Andrew.
Myron, tell us what Ricky
I'm
Burns
speaking to
was.
Andrew. Andrew, go down box track so we can find some more people he fought.
You don't know shit about Ricky Burns. I do. I know you don't. So go ahead.
Andrew, continue what you're doing.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I
just know he changed his words real quick.
Whatever, you don't know shit about Ricky Burns, and I guarantee you don't. Guarantee you don't.
So at the end of the day, can we agree to this? If Vergil Ortiz fights Crawford today, knock the fuck out, and then he never recovers from it, 5 years from now, everybody will say Vergil Ortiz was never good. That's not a true statement.
That's not a true
of course.
statement.
That's my point. That's why I said already. Now we just regurgitating what others said.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If Vergil Ortiz was to get in there, right, and go up, get in there against Terrence Crawford and lose, right, whether it's via decision or a late round TKO or a KO, right, we're gonna say, well, maybe he stepped into the ring too soon against a very experienced right. So he stepped in there too soon against an experienced veteran, a very skilled, experienced veteran like Terrence Crawford. He can recover and bounce back because it's going to be a learning experience if he loses to Terrence Crawford.
Right.
Doesn't mean that he can't bounce back.
Andrew, his question was if he gets knocked the fuck out.
No. Hold on, Myron, hold on.
If he does get knocked out, whatever doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. How many great hold on. How many great fighters have gotten knocked out and came back?
A lot. But that's not what I'm. But listen to what I'm saying, Andrew. Listen to what I'm saying carefully. What I'm saying is, if Vergil Ortiz fights Terrence Crawford and loses, right, and he never recovers, we're saying hypothetically he never recovers, meaning that he never gets it back. Just like
I missed that part. Okay.
Just like
I missed that part.
Never truly recovered. If he fights those guys and never recovers, never does
this soon in his career
done right now, then we could say 5 years from now he was overhyped. Would we not say that?
Yeah, they're going to do a lot. It's going to be a lot of us that's not going to be. It's going to be some of us that's just cut from a different cloth. We're not going to do it, but it's going to be a lot of. It's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of people. Eating them alive, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That was my point. That was my point about Ndongo. Before Ndongo lost to Crawford and then took losses after that, they were talking about he was supposed to be the next best thing, and then he lost and he never recovered, and that was the end of him.
That's my point. You talking about
the point is they're going to say that it was too early for Vergil Ortiz. That's the point. We all going to say 5 years from now it was too soon for Vergil Ortiz. Exactly what I said an hour ago. Come on, man.
You're going to say that. This is what Andrew just explained. There are going to be a lot of people to say that, but those are called idiots, right? Those were the same idiots that said that dumb shit.
No, it'd be the idiots who think that it wasn't like you.
No. Because Andrew don't think it's so. So what? He's an idiot too? That's the thing, Myra. Don't nobody have to think like you, fam.
I'm calling you an idiot because you say idiots, idiot.
What I'm just saying. I'm not talking to you. I didn't call you an idiot. I'm talking about the idiots out there that don't understand boxing. See, you taking it personal. I didn't call you an idiot.
No, you did call me idiot earlier.
I did not. Okay, well, we talk about now, Myra. Stop being petty again. I'm talking about idiots that believe these things that Tony talking about. Tony,
so Tony's an idiot? You're calling Tony an idiot, man.
Hey, time out. Listen.
Those things.
Listen, man. Come on, man. We all brothers right here, man. So let's just keep
We
it.
all, but I'm
Just,
saying he calling Tony an idiot.
I
Then.
didn't.
no,
Look, Myron, I
we're
didn't
not
call
calling each other.
Tony no
No,
idiots. Why
listen,
you back being stupid, fam? Like,
listen, man. Listen,
Andrew trying to tell you to stop playing, you still playing.
By
listen, man.
the scenario that Tony just used, 5 years from now, we're going to be saying that. You just said the casuals, y'all said the casuals will feel that way. The ones who's cut from a different cloth. I'm saying I will be feeling that way, that, yeah, he was thrown in there too soon. So me and Tony agree together. And you just said the casuals, the idiots who only going to ones believe 5 years from now that, it was, they will agree how we agree. That's what you just said.
Myron, no. That's what you heard. What I heard Tony tell me, what I heard Tony tell me was that people are going to say. Tony didn't say himself. He said people going to say. So you're trying to make it a fucking scenario where I'm calling Tony an idiot because you're trying to be silly right now. But no, Tony said okay, well, I'm telling you what I heard Tony say. And if I'm wrong, then Tony will correct me, not Myron. But I heard Tony tell me that people will say these things. And I told Tony that those people are idiots. That's what happened here. You're trying to make it something it's not. That's what you're doing.
Oh, Lord. Y'all can't read between the lines. Tony, okay. All right.
We all know that, that they're not going to. I mean, I don't think, we can all agree. We can all agree upon this, right? We know that they're not going to, allow that to be his next fight anyways,
Probably not.
Like, so at the end of the day, we
I
do.
can't believe y'all think that'll be a competitive fight.
Listen, bro. I mean, listen, Myron. I respect everybody's opinion, bro. People have difference of opinion. We have different, Hold on.
You didn't answer my question earlier, Andrew. Again, you said after you finish your thing, you're going to answer. How do you predict that fight to go?
How I predict if they fight today, if they was to fight next,
fight 3 months from now, how do you think that fight would go? Give me your prediction by round, whatever.
I don't see Terrence Crawford stopping him, but I can see Terrence Crawford, like a Victor Postol situation, like a by decision.
Okay. All right, that's all I wanted.
But it's not going to be easy though.
Victor won't easy. He knocked Victor down. Victor got up and took him to distance.
It's not going to be easy though. It's not going to be easy though. And I know, I'll pick Terrence Crawford to beat him, but it's not going to be easy though.
Do you think Victor Postol was more skilled at that point when he fought Terrence Crawford than
Victor Postol is very skilled?
Than Vergil Ortiz was skilled fighting Terrence Crawford now?
Listen, bro, Victor Postol doesn't have this kid's power. Victor Postol is some things that Victor Postol can do. Hold on. We talking about two different styles here. So at the end of the day, we got to remember this kid, right? This kid has a style, bro, and it's similar. It's similar to a Canelo style, bro. Like this kid has a style where he's coming forward, right, and he's applying pressure, right. Picking his shots, cumulative of punches, right? Very effective most of the time when he's throwing a jab to set up the right, to set up the left, the hooks, the uppercuts, the body shots, the hooks to the body. The kid is good at making adjustments at a very fast paced. I don't think y'all was paying attention. I want y'all to really go back and really pay attention. At a very fast pace, he was making adjustments and with the combinations, right? Working off the jab, so the kid can box, right? The kid can switch up when he wants to, but he prefers when he feel like, especially if a fighter can't hurt him, if he felt your best punch and he's keep feeling your punches and you can't stop him, you can't hurt him, he's going to keep applying pressure. He's going to keep try to walk you down, break you down. Now, when it comes to the power, the combinations, the effectiveness, and the counter attack from this kid, it's like at a fast pace. It's like I said, it reminds me of a Canelo. This kid, I'm telling you, bro, his style, and I feel like only a few adjustments to be made to this added to this kid game. A few things to be added to this kid game. A few adjustments. Just this kid's a problem, Myron. I want you to understand this kid is a problem, bro.
I understand everything about Vergil Ortiz.
No. I know you do, and I'm not saying you don't. But all I'm saying is that
he's nowhere near freaking ready. You gotta be a delusional.
And listen, no, and I'm not saying I disagree with you, bro. But I'm telling you that the kid is dangerous. I just want you to really hear me.
Yeah, not for Crawford.
Listen,
I hear you. Dangerous to somebody, not Crawford. Maybe dangerous for Velasquez. He ain't dangerous for Crawford.
I vehemently disagree that he's not ready. He's ready.
Bro, Myra, listen. If this kid was to go in there, right, and give him a Velasquez, right? Let that be his next fight. Say it so. He goes in there, and this is supposed to be a fight that was going to really test this kid, right? That was going to really challenge this kid. That's going to push this kid to make him dig down deep, right? So let's say if he get in there with the Velasquez and he gets him out of there within 4 rounds. How you feel about that, Myron? How would you feel about that?
Matter. How I feel, it's all hypothetical. We would have to see the fight.
We would have to see. So I'm just saying. I'm saying, if it was to take place, though, Myron, if it was to happen,
competitive fight.
Right. I'm saying. So I'm just asking you, Myron. I'm asking a question, bro. Just hear me. I hear what you're saying, but I'm saying if he was to get him out of there within 4 rounds, how would you feel about? How would you feel about that?
Earlier, I said, you asked us, will we give him respect? Everybody at the panel said yes, but that's just a hypothetical. It don't matter what we would give him. What I'm saying is that it's more competitive. That's a better fight for him to take, that more winnable fight than Crawford. Crawford is nowhere in sight for him, and it would be an embarrassing loss. I rest my case on that. And it's 2 against 2, so. I rest my case. That would be an embarrassing loss for him.
There's no 2 against 2. I specifically said that it will be a challenge for Terrence Crawford. But I didn't say that Terrence Crawford wasn't going to win.
I'm saying it won't be a challenge at all. And Tony's saying it. Tony just said he would get dog walked.
Tell me how you feel that it won't be a challenge. What do you see? If they was to match up, right? If they was to fight, how would you see him not being competitive? Tell me how he wouldn't be competitive. Break it down for me. Break it down for me, please.
Me?
Yeah, tell me how it wouldn't be competitive. How this kid wouldn't be competitive for Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford, he's going to walk. First of all, Terrence Crawford going to switch up on him a couple of times. Okay. Terrence Crawford, the kid's going to run into every punch in the book. Period. Crawford can beat this kid so many ways it doesn't make any sense. Because he's just Crawford can fight the punches battle, and Crawford can also beat him boxing. Crawford gonna beat him either way he want. Crawford will outpunch him, or Crawford will outbox him. So it's gonna be pick your poison. He's gonna beat him from orthodox. He's gonna beat him from freaking unorthodox. Crawford can do whatever he want with this kid. This kid has no freaking chance at this point in his career.
Okay, Myron, I got good. I feel you on that.
5 years from now, 5 years from now, he got a chance.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, big bro. But check this out.
5 years from now,
check this out. And I know style make fights, so it's not gonna be the same for every fighter, right? Against certain styles, right? So check this out. So who has better timing, Velasquez or Vergil Ortiz?
We don't know. They have to see him fight.
D. Jefferson, who has better timing, Vergil Ortiz or Velasquez?
I think actually I probably have to say Velasquez, but the reason I say that is because of Vergil's style of fighting. I would say that Vergil has better punch placement than Velasquez, though.
Better punch placement. Okay. What about you, Tony?
I would say that Velasquez definitely has better timing because he's more of a counter puncher than Ortiz is. Ortiz is, I'll come forward, I'll get on top of you, I'll throw some shots. I mean, he's very good at placing his shots when he throws them, but to me, a counter puncher all day is going to be the pressure fighter when it comes to timing.
Yeah, I agree. He got better timing, but Vergil got better punch placement, in my opinion.
Okay, so y'all all agree right here. Vergil has better punch placement. Who's faster between the two?
I don't know.
Vergil's faster than Kavaliauskas, fam.
I don't know because
Tony, just go watch it. You'll see it. You'll see it, bro. He's faster than Kavaliauskas.
But here's my issue. Here's my issue with making that statement. I really would have to see them side by side fighting each other because Kavaliauskas was beating Terrence Crawford to the punch several times in their match, and Crawford is by no stretch slow. And then I was watching Maurice Hooker outspeed Ortiz. So I don't think it's a night and day difference. If one's faster than the other, I think they're pretty comparable to where the speed's not going to be a big factor, in all honesty.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Hooker's fast though. But yeah, you're right though. He was beating him to the punch.
Gotcha. So who you feel is going to be the smarter going into the ring?
That's an enigma. That's an enigma. I don't know, bro. You could probably, I mean, if I would have to guess, like honestly, Kavaliauskas got more pedigree. I mean, he probably has a higher IQ. He has that amateur pedigree. He's been to the Olympics, right? So, I mean, you might have to edge that to Kavaliauskas' IQ, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kavaliauskas would be the more, but again, it's stylistically different. Normally, guys that fight like Kavaliauskas is going to have a higher IQ than a present fighter, and that's not taking anything away from Ortiz. I mean, at the end of the day, you can have a higher IQ, but that doesn't mean you can keep a motherfucker off of you. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I'm
Facts.
that IQ-wise, I think Kavaliauskas. That's why I'm saying that they would make a good matchup. That matchup right there would really tell us where Ortiz is if they were to fight. I think that is a better fight for him than Terrence Crawford, in my opinion.
Tony, which corner has the better IQ?
Probably Ortiz's. Like
all day long.
Robert Garcia.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go by just corner work, then by far, Ortiz is gonna have the better corner. Which I can say this. I can say this personally, D, that a smart corner can beat a smart fighter. Like,
damn right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's extremely important to have that corner advantage.
Most definitely. Hands down. Hands down. Most definitely. Most definitely. I agree with that.
Are we saying that? Are we saying that just because of how? I mean, because that's still a Garcia. Are we saying that just because of how the size and reputation of Garcia? We don't know how.
No, he's a good trainer, but that has
he's
nothing
a good trainer.
Trainer has nothing to do with Crawford because Bomac's an excellent trainer.
Yeah, so he's a good trainer.
My thing is,
he's a good trainer.
The question I'm asking, question I'm getting at is what's the name of Kavaliauskas' trainer?
What's that dude? I forget that dude's name, man. I know his trainer, but I forget the dude's name.
Do you know D? Tony?
I don't remember his name.
Exactly.
But he's solid. He's solid though. That's one thing I can say. He's solid. He's solid.
We don't even know his name when we comparing him. That's my point.
He's solid though. No. He's solid. He's a solid trainer. That's what I do know. He's solid.
That's easy though, Andrew. Because Myron, if he was considered one of the top guys, like the Reynosos, the Fishers, then he would be known. So cut it out, Myron. You just trying to argue about
some guys just getting themselves started, dude.
Whatever,
and Garcia, you talking about Garcia's picking up off his father's legacy, Robert. So it's not like he's been passing that down. This wasn't like he just built that up all on his own. That's been passed down from his father too. So this kid, whoever Kavaliauskas' trainer, could be very, very, very good. It's just that he ain't had the time to build up the legacy of Robert Garcia because no legacy was given to him like Robert Garcia. That's my point.
Kavaliauskas' trainer is solid though, honestly.
And it's not about legacy, bro. You can hear Robert Garcia. Corner instructions are excellent, fam. People always talk about Robert Garcia's corner instruction. Then you can see what he's doing with his fighters. You can see the success they're having. So, yeah, Big G is definitely in the heritage, but Robert Garcia has come into his own. He's done enough to prove that he's a good trainer. It's not relying on what his dad done. He's
I agree with you
as a trainer.
I agree with you. What I'm saying is it's an unfair comparison because we're not paying attention to or even know the trainer for Kovalevskis to compare what type of instructions he give his fighter. It's an unfair comparison because we don't have nothing to compare. Because we know Robert Garcia. We don't know him. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you it's very fair, and I'm gonna turn it around right on you right now. Because of that fair assessment, yes, I am. Because of that fair assessment you just gave, it's pretty much the same way you see it with Crawford and Vergil Ortiz. Because Crawford's the one that's proving it. Well, Robert's the one that's proving it. So by your logic, hands down, Robert Garcia is the best. Thanks, Myron, for clearing it up for us.
What the hell you talking? What?
Cause Vergil ain't done it yet. Crawford, you know he's done it yet. Well, this whoever Kavialaska's trainer is, he ain't done it yet. Robert, we know he's done it yet, right? We know he's already done it. So you
reaching like hell, but you reaching like hell. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know.
But that's all I'm saying. You got the floor.
No, look.
You lost me, bro. But go ahead, Andrew. You got the floor.
No. I'm gonna say this. The reason why I think that Kavalevskis does not have the better trainer is just because when he was fighting Terrence Crawford, he was very successful early. However, when the tables turned and Crawford started having success, you really didn't see any momentum changes in their game plan. Like, it was pretty much rinse and repeat. Kavalevskis pretty much did the same from the beginning to when he got stopped. So I feel like a really good corner would have said, look, this was working, but you need to switch it up. You need to do this differently. And we just didn't see that happening when he got behind. So that's my reasoning for thinking that Kavalevskis doesn't have the better trainer.
Man, Myron, I'm
not going to sit here and say that he has a better trainer. I'm just saying that his trainer is solid. His trainer is knowledgeable to know how to work with a fighter, because you can see what Kavalevskis is able to do in the ring. Of course, that was perfected by his trainer. But in the day, we're not saying that his trainer is better than Robert Garcia. But ask me this: who's training? Who his trainer is now?
I have no clue. That was the whole point I was making.
Who's working with him now?
I have no clue. That's the point I'm making. I don't know
somebody else. I think another trainer. I think it's another trainer. Maybe it could be a backup, but I think it's another trainer also working with him as well. But I'm gonna let y'all go look that up though.
I don't know.
Why don't you go look it up for us and do some research?
I do all the time. I just don't like comparing when you don't know. You paying, you know what I mean? The guy could be a hell of a good trainer.
If he was that good,
everybody knew Robert, but nobody knew Kovalevskis.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If he was like even Anatoly Lomachenko, right? Like, because what the work that he did with Vazdik and the work that he did with Alexander Usyk and then Vasil Lomachenko. So we know that he's a good trainer. People, like the Buddy Burks of the world. These guys have the names, but when these guys don't have names, come on, ain't no need to even try to compare them, especially to the top guys, the upper echelon guys. Robert has proven to be one of the better trainers in the sport. So you're talking about him versus a no-name. He wins. He wins all day long.
I mean, like I said, I edged Kavalevskis to win a fight, but if we just talking about corner experience, I definitely give it to Ortiz. Like, I have to go Ortiz on that one, without a question, in my opinion. And
by reputation, pretty much, though.
But reputation is built off of performance. You know what I mean? Like,
multiple fighters. Robert got a lot of fighters, and he's having success with a lot of different fighters. Myron just want to argue, man.
No, I made a valid point that was help. He didn't build that all by himself. So I made my point though. Y'all got it.
No. He did not build it all by himself. But you got to understand though, even though he's working off of his dad, that's an advantage because he grew up learning the shit as a child. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? A lot of trainers learn this shit as they get older, or they fought before and then they go into it. But he had advantage to learn it as a child, how to actually get in there and train. So I mean, when you look at life experience, your father doing it and you following suit only gives you that much more experience.
Right. I'm saying 100%. What I'm saying is, my point is, by nobody knowing the trainer of Kovalevskis, the name of Kovalevskis' trainer, we don't know what he knows. So it's like you're playing a blind hand. You know what I mean? You try and say compare. I just don't like doing that because I don't know that man and what he's done, his background or anything. And he might not just been given an opportunity like Garcia, but doesn't mean he's not as good as a trainer. You feel me? So that's what my point is. Garcia reputation preceded him already. Okay, so that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm right or you guys are wrong that Garcia isn't the better trainer or better corner. I'm not saying he isn't, but I'm saying it's just an unfair comparison because we don't know.
I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna kill all that right now. I feel you, but I'm gonna kill all that right now. A trainer it helps you, and most definitely stay on top of you especially when you're in the fight. When you're in the ring, right? Trainer is pretty much there to assist you, that have worked with you during training camp, that have helped prepared you for a fight. But in the day, the trainer is not going to win you the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's only going to help you. So at the end of the day, we up here comparing trainers and all. Let's just kill all that, man. At the end of the day, it's based on them two fighters, and sometimes the fighter don't even pay attention to everything the trainer is telling them anyways.
I think I dropped.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a fighter ain't sometimes don't even sometimes listen to the trainer. Now we already know that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So we can just, at the end of the day, yes, it's good to have good trainers in your corner, and assistant trainers and a good team. But at the end of the day, bro, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, Kovalevskis' trainer is solid. And I'm also reading and hearing that he's him along with somebody else don't started working with doing a little work with Robert Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to switch up trainers and learn, add more to your game, and come with different styles and things of that nature. But I feel like when it comes to Vergil Ortiz, man, I think that's a good Kovalevskis would be a really true 140 at 147 would be a true challenge, would be a true test for Vergil Ortiz, and I would like to see that one. I would like to see a Mikey Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I feel that he still would be able, and it's just my opinion. I feel that he still would be able to compete with a Terrence Crawford, but I feel Terrence Crawford wins that fight. But at the end of the day, we're going to have our own opinions. We're going to have different perspectives, and we can sometimes see things differently, from as far as having boxing eyes. So it is what it is, man. But I appreciate all my brothers, man, on the panel right here. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk, D Jefferson, my brother Tony Reviews. Y'all go subscribe. My big bro, Double M. Blue BLU, Myron Magnus. I love y'all, brothers, man. I'm finna go ahead and end this live. I see everybody in the chat, man. Dragon Leg 1-2 Kid, Tara Harrell. I see you guys. Don Machiavelli. I see all you guys in the chat. Dylan Pulley. I see all you guys. Much love and respect to everybody in the chat. Ronald Feakley.
No doubt. Start crying, D.
And I appreciate y'all, man. It was good. It was good boxing talk, man. Almost it was 3 hours of good boxing talk, man. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys, man. This shall be continued. this shall be continued. Yeah,
I'm gonna come cook Myron with some bacon bits.
Y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy.
I'm gonna say this real fast. I'm gonna leave. Just let D steam. Dillian Whyte knocks Tyson Fury the fuck out. On that note, I'm out.
Uh-oh.
Much love and respect, my bro. Yours love, D. All right, y'all, we out, man. Much love and respect to every single one of y'all, man. Listen, I can't wait for Saturday. Dragon Leg at Tara Harrell, Dylan Pulley, Sean T. I see y'all, man. Listen, I can't wait for Saturday. Is going down. Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin. I believe I should be going live for that fight, doing live commentary. It's been a long time, so I love y'all. Much love and respect to everybody in the chat. I appreciate every single one of you guys. UK Army, Tucker Army, love you guys. I'm out. Much love and respect.